Hello, hello. Welcome home and welcome to base. I'm going to play this short intro video and then we're going to get started.
Okay.
All right, all right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Who are you and what are you building?
Yeah, so I'm Yevon, go by Lord Dalricine on Farcaster, and I'm building a DBee trading bot, which is a sniper bot for Solana. Finally, we have it on Farcaster, so I decided to do it.
And so I actually, one of the reasons I reached out to you is because first of all, I really love the mini app, really love the product. And this is like funny enough, like a more base focused like live stream, more or less. But I really, really love like what you're working on, and I think it's worthy to showcase what you're working on. And honestly, I would even be interested in you like bringing it to base if it makes sense. But that's one of the conversations I wanted to talk to you about, if like you think it even does make sense to bring something like this to base at the current point in time.
It actually does, and I'm thinking about it right now because right now we have a big problem with the bot because
Oh yeah.
we are overloading all our RPCs for Solana. To support this bot, especially with many users, we need to
Mm,
send tons of requests to Solana blockchain to get data, to send data, to check, do some
right.
transactions. And Base is actually way better in this regard. So what I'm working on right now, I'm actually refactoring the code a little bit.
Mhm.
So instead of checking directly Solana blockchain, I will be checking probably Dex Screener for
Ah, okay.
all new tokens, and it will allow to trade on different blockchains at the same time and snipe different tokens. So since almost
Oh,
all
you
uh,
can bring the bot multi-chain just like that.
yeah, I can. Because it's not that hard, honestly. You just need two different logic for exchange. But if you monitor in through Dex Screener, it will be totally fine.
What about like funding it, for example, or like you expect it to like bridge as well, or do you have or you would fund it with like Solana on Solana, based ETH on ETH, etc.
Yeah, probably I will. You will need to fund it from different chains, but actually there are a few bridges right now, so it's technically possible to integrate. But I think for Farcaster, it will make much more sense to just allow people to deposit on Base and deposit on Solana since
Yeah.
wallet supported.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So if you already, I mean, it sounds like you definitely wanna keep it on Solana. And this is the other question I had for you is like, do you think there will be like certain liquidity issues if you do like move to base? Like, since obviously like Solana is the speculative chain, that is where most degeneracy happens at this point in time, for better or for worse. And so like you can draw up a lot more interest in theory, using this trading bot on Solana. So do you think there is that same level of demand, I guess, on base?
Since we're talking about Farcaster,
Mm.
I believe there is enough demand for Base for sure. Yeah,
You mean
because
that you think the 10,000 NFTs is a good example of that demand?
oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, now that we have 10,000 paying customers on Farcaster, it seems like a really good time to launch a business, or some sort of paid product.
Yeah, I'm a customer number 1777, so pretty
Hey,
nice number.
I'm 1145, I think, is the specific.
Yeah, I guess we are one of the first. It's been like 15 minutes since launch, and it's been already over 1,000 like pro
Insane.
accounts.
I did it within the first 3 minutes, and I still somehow like was like over 1,000.
Yeah, probably they had some like backlog somewhere for this.
I'm sure, yeah. I would bet on it. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to ask you was about like the fee structure. How exactly are you thinking about like how the fees should be used that the trading bot actually generates? Do you think like it makes sense to have a higher take on Solana than something like Base, etc.?
What fee are you talking about? The fee I charge for using the bot or the fee on a blockchain?
Yeah, if you do even use it charge a
Yeah,
fee.
I actually right now I implemented like 5% on deposits, but
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about changing this to like invite more people, because it may just people just may
I think
not
what
like it that much.
I was gonna say on deposit does it I feel like that would create enough friction that it would deter people. Because like the thing is, if it's every deposit, then like if I do $10 today, $10 tomorrow, like it actually deters me from continuing to deposit over time rather than just like and depositing like a whole stack. So like it would make I think it would make more sense for trading fees, but also I actually do like the idea in general to like take a small percentage on deposit. So like even if it's like 0.1% or something like that, I think that would be valid. Or even like 0.1% on like deposits larger than like $10,000 or you know what I mean, or like something like that.
I
Um,
mean, for sniper bot, $10,000 is a little too much, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to snipe with really small amounts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we
But like
have.
people might throw on like 10K just like in general though. You know what I mean? Not that they'll like throw on 10K for every trade or is the way that like the bot currently works is like whatever you deposit is automatically used by the bot.
Oh no, you can like set it in settings, so
That's what I think,
nothing
yeah.
is automatically used for sure. But you're absolutely right. And what I'm thinking is to actually put this like few percent on withdrawals. In this case, I will actually be able to take a fee from what my bot
That
generates, and
yes,
it will
that
be
makes
more
sense.
honest.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. What do you I mean, I think moving away from doing trading fees like actually does make sense just because like you want the user to get the full take so they have an incentive to like continue using the trading bot, and you also don't want like a race to zero where like other people just copy you and they're like, oh, mine doesn't have a trading fee, so like to avoid that sort of like that whole realm, I actually think like withdrawals is fees on withdrawals is a brilliant idea. But also like how are you thinking about it in terms of like uh, if you were to take a trading fee, like let's say you were, would it make sense to like take a trading fee on Solana, not Base? Would it make sense to like take a very, very small percentage, like 0.01%? Or do you think that's even like that will be detrimental to the P&L of like the trader or the trading bot?
No, it will be totally fine. I would say 0.1% is probably too
Too small.
low if we're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
these numbers. Yeah, but 1% seems okay. I will think about it. It just adds complexity to the bot, because instead of sending one transaction, you will have to send two, and pay fee twice. So it's not really the best solution, I would say, but I will definitely think about it.
I mean, yeah, there has to be some sort of. I mean, taking a withdrawal fee, I think makes a whole lot of sense, and the percentage wouldn't even really matter. And then taking like a small, very very small trading fee, I think could also make sense. But maybe it's like if you're like trading more than a certain amount, or if your P&L is like over a certain amount, like you could create like some sort of like stipulation uh or like floor slash ceiling for when it makes sense to take that fee.
Yeah, I will need to think about it. How much would you agree to pay, you personally?
I mean, I would be super down like for like a like 0.1% fee. Like anything under 1%, like I think is totally valid. Depending on I think the only issue you really get into is like you're saying, if you are like only trading $100, like obviously like that fee is really small. But if you're making a shitload of trades, you know what I mean, with that $100, like it's gonna eventually add up. And especially if you take like the real percentage, like let's say you take 0.1% like trading fee, and like that's just like a small way just to generate a little bit more money, and then like the real rake is on the withdrawals. Like I think that would make a shitload of sense. I'm trying to think like even if the 0.1% fee like went to a pool and like it you just grew this like massive pool that like the trading bot would continuously use, and then you use that to like uh um use that to like generate more revenue for the organization to be able to like create more trading bots to perfect the bot, etc. I think that like users would fucking love that. Like I would eat that up, right? Like I don't want to have to do the hard work of like fine tuning the bot or any of that bullshit. I would way rather pay into like I would way rather we all pay into like one bot that is sort of just like constantly testing all of these different mechanisms, etc.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, maybe.
And then you don't really have to worry about it because like your actual business model is on the withdrawals anyways. So like that is just like an added piece to the that like just benefits the core business and eventually benefits the user too.
Yeah, like if I can scale it, it will definitely make much more sense, especially since what I'm thinking, I need to generate probably about 1,500 a month just to support my own RPC nodes.
Hmm.
So because it requires like really huge server somewhere in the cloud,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if I can afford this, it will improve the bot significantly. So yeah, I will definitely think about it. We will see how it scales, and I'll go from there.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Do you have? I guess let's talk a little bit more about the bot itself. I'm super curious. Like, when did you first like start creating bots in general? Like, how did DB come to light? Like, what's some of the inspiration behind how we got here?
Yeah, so it's actually a fascinating story about loss.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, in the trading realm, this is how every great story starts.
Yeah, like I was making bots for many years, mostly for myself, different bots, parsers, things like that. But this one, it was actually. Are you still here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to grab water real quick.
Yeah, no problem. And so about like a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, I decided to write a bot, sniper bot for Solana. And it was just a fresh idea. I totally knew how to do it, but I decided to find ready solutions first. So I just
Of course.
I went to GitHub and like searched Solana trading bot. And I found a repo, repo with 1,300 stars on GitHub.
Oh
It's
shit.
it's crazy. Like 1,300 stars, some issues, really good description, stuff like that.
Oh damn.
I didn't suspect anything, so I just downloaded it and I lost $200 because in this script, like I checked it, there was no issues in the code at all, no viruses. But
Yeah.
what they did, they uploaded one of dependencies to npm, and this dependency itself had a virus that stole $200 from me. And after
Oh my god, yeah.
I just took a look at that code and the code wasn't perfect. So I decided like if I already paid $200 for this bot, I will improve it. Hell yeah.
Yo, you might as well get your use out of it, right?
Yeah. So I rewrote it almost completely. I integrated it in Miniapp. And when I heard that it was just right on time, I heard that Forecaster is launched in Solana. And I was like, it's a thing. I'm gonna do.
No, I mean it was perfect timing. Like truly, truly, I'm really glad that you did great. I'm glad that you're on Farcaster and you're building this. Like we need more tools like this. Of course, like creating bots is one of those things that's like really difficult to perfect, and like it never is perfect. And like for you to hit that meta right for people to actually use it is very difficult. And of course, you like the bot itself needs to stay up with whatever the trading meta is as well. So it's like trading bots is like in my opinion one of the most difficult games like in trading in general, right? Like if you're not fine tuning your own trading bot like every second, every minute of the day, then like you are losing money. So like it's really difficult for people to sustainably be able to use like a bot like this. So to create like a community oriented sort of like mini app that like everyone could sort of use and buy into, and fees even like I was saying before, like fees even go to like training the bot, perfecting it, etc. Like you can really create something special that like has never existed before, right? Like are you're familiar with Gainsey on Twitter by any chance?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so like back in the day, like Gainsey's trading bot was very popular. It was only successful for a very short period of time. Of course, like when all markets were going up more or less, like like 2020 plus. and like yeah, I guess like 2019 until like 2021, something like that. And like ever since, like Gainsey has never been able to like create another successful trading bot, and that was sort of like his MO of like how we first uh um got popular on like trading Twitter and crypto Twitter and all that good stuff. But like in general, it's very difficult for these bots to be sustainable in any way, shape, or form. And most people who like want to use trading bots are like genuinely lazy. Like that's why they want to just like give their money to a bot. I guess like lazy is even the best way to put it. Like yeah, of course there are like lazy people that want to throw their money into a trading bot and like call it a day. But like, people who just, they value their time, let's say. So like at the end of the day, like for you to continuously fine tune this trading bot is just like it's almost out of the scope of like, you know, what you're doing. you know
Yeah.
so not to say it's like not possible, it's just to say like incentives are rarely aligned in that way, but like you now have an opportunity, I feel like, to align incentives in a proper way to like make this bot more sustainable, and I'm really curious if you agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. It's extremely hard, but what I love about Forecaster and Miniapps is that I already got some community, some number of people who are testing it every day, who are
Mhm.
sending me screenshots and reports on how it's working, and they actually help me to solve a lot of like bugs already, and still helping me every day. So I'm interested in it. It's not about the money, not about like this a few percent fee or whatever. And I decided to create it because I see the value in it. And
Right.
if I'm successful, if people can use it, and Farcaster is like not that big community. So if we don't have thousands of users, it will not affect the market that much. So this bot can work for a pretty long time if it's successful. That's what I'm thinking.
That makes perfect sense. And in I assume like one of your personal incentives as well is like you personally want to use it. Like outside of like your interest in like trading bots in this sort of like realm and etc. Like,
Yeah.
like you genuinely want to be using like, you know what I mean, like a working trading bot.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was doing a lot of trading manually, and it's just a pain in the ass. And
Like sniping, market making, like what like or just like speculating.
just speculating, sniping, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
trying things. And but what is about talking about Solana? That's the thing that most of new tokens that launch are
Mhm.
completely scam. There is
Right,
nothing
right.
at all.
Right, within the first like, if not, I mean, 24 hours max, right? Like literally mostly within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and like, but every day there are a few tokens that grow like 10,000, 40,000%. And my bot actually bought one of these tokens that grow like 40,000%, but I
Holy
had a
shit.
stop sell on 50%. So I sold it with like maybe 70% profit on a time of sale, but I could make
Damn.
40,000%. So for everybody watching, probably it's a good idea to put a little higher percentage on stop sell.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised that you had like 100% sell. Like even though it was like, the stop loss honestly is reasonable. Like that percentage gain is reasonable, but like you sold 100% of that allocation.
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy. I mean, I feel like on that sort of thing, you have to hold at least like 10 to 20% no matter what. Like even if it is a scam, like
Probably it's a really great idea. I will add it to the settings and I will just like
oh,
allow
you don't
people to put some percentage to keep. Yeah, that's for sure.
oh, you don't currently have that functionality.
No, I don't.
Oh shit, bro. I was gonna say like that's like the main thing I would use it for is just like as soon as the bot hits a certain percentage win, sell like 80% of the allocation, keep 20%, another 100%, like sell the 10%, and then just hold the 10% to the fucking moon, or like or I mean like probably sell it manually, like literally.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, at the end of the day, like those are the type of tokens where you want to hold to zero. You know what I mean? Like you want to hold some percentage to zero, I should say, because like that is how you turn $10 into 1,000.
Yeah, like Thank you so much for the idea. I will implement it probably like today, tomorrow. It will
Oh,
be
fuck
added
yeah.
to the bot.
Dude, I of course really appreciate, like taking the feedback. Okay, here's the other thing, because I haven't actually deposited money yet. I really do want to. I would really want to use it, but obviously I reached out to you first, and I have you on this live stream. So if you're willing, I would love for you to share your screen and like just walk us through the flow and the user experience.
Yeah, let's do it. Just give
This
me
is
one.
my favorite part about running these live streams actually, is being able to have people on who are building these mini apps and just be like, yo, like tell me exactly how this thing works. And and like now I know how to go use it myself. And then everyone watching can go use it as well.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Let me try to share.
There's a button at the bottom of the screen. You can share your screen, or you can also share like
Yeah, I
other
see.
specific videos or slides or
Yeah, I think you can
great.
see my screen right now, probably.
Yes, you are now up and running. I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it full screen as well, so everyone can see. So our faces won't be on, but our cameras will still be on.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you can find the bot in Miniapps in a category for Solana. I guess it's only on your phone. Here it will not show. So I will just open it from my profile. Yeah,
I
but
love it.
so basically, interface is super simple. You have your balance, you have your token portfolio. When you trade in and the bot is buying different tokens, you can see the list here, and you can sell each of them manually if you would like. You can obviously deposit money. You can manage your funds. Very important thing that some people asked me. Right now, it's not showing because I don't have any wrapped Solana on my wallet. But
Got it.
what bot is doing when we start the bot, it's actually converting the part of your Solana to wrapped Solana, and it's actually trading with wrapped Solana.
Wait,
So
when you deposit?
no, when you start the bot,
Oh, I see. And why does it need to be wrapped Solana?
like because on Radium they actually trade in with WSOL.
Oh, okay. It's all on Radium.
Yeah, it's all on Radium, but I'm transitioning right now. I'll probably use Jupiter
Yeah.
for next trading, so it will not be a thing. But right now, if you were trading and you see that your balance is somehow very very low and you're missing something, just check your managed funds and then check the button to convert it back to Solana, and you will be able to see full your balance and withdraw it.
What
So
about like pump funds AMM, for example?
yeah, that will be added in a few days. Not yet because they're using bonding curve, and it's a like very different approach, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you're starting to get above my pay grade, right? I don't even like if I were building a trading bot for pump fund, all I could think about is just like, I mean, literally all you could do is snipe things before they're about to go live or about to pump, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, and like I got to the same conclusion at the end. But
Okay.
originally I was thinking about trading more stable. That only tokens that already have a liquidity pool, like and everything. But yeah, like there is much more opportunities in just trading like on pump fund probably. So
Mhm.
if I start like when I start doing this, it will be a very very different trading. Right now when a bot is running, it's actually not making that many trades because of limited amount of tokens it can see. So especially if you turn on rug check, which is using API to check like everything about this token, if
Mm,
it's dangerous, if liquidity is locked,
I
etc.,
see.
etc. So in a few days, it will be improved, extremely improved, and we will be able to trade pump fund and probably Orca, like we'll see. And yeah, it will be very different. But yeah, let's keep talking about the bot, what we have right now. In configuration, the most important thing you need to know about is quote, because that's what you actually trade for each token. So zero point 0.01 Solana is what you're buying of a new token. So if you go and put 1 Solana here or like 10 Solana, it will mean that you if when the bot sees some token, doesn't matter if it's good or not good, it will just spend 10 Solana to buy this token. And probably it will be rugged after that. So be careful about this. Yeah, it's
That's great.
yeah, very important setting. About take profit, as I said, probably I would go with more like 5,000%, 500%, something like that.
Yeah, I think 500% is reasonable.
Yeah, it's very much better than 50 for sure. Stop loss is 30. So if you lost 30% of value of a token, it will automatically sell. And right now we're using a public node for Solana RPC. You can also add your own node right here, which you can get using this 40-second video tutorial.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, and one more thing is a log level. Most people don't really need it, but if you want to see more information or you want to filter out not important information and see only like errors, you can change it. And it actually helps right now with debugging. In the future, we will remove it.
Got it.
Yeah, let's start the bot. And yeah.
And just for example, like you were saying, you deposit Sol, and you just don't even have to worry from there. Like you don't have to worry about wrapping it or anything. Like as soon as you start the bot, since it's on Radium, it automatically wraps it for you.
Yeah, that's what it's doing right now. You can see it on a screen.
Yeah,
So it says that not rep Solana like address found. So we create ones and we convert it to rep Solana. And when you stop the bot, it will do the opposite thing. It will sell all your tokens. It like everything is bought in this session and unwrap all the Sol. So you can see it right here and do whatever you want with it.
Oh, that's amazing. I'll have to bring you back on stream when you launch on Base as well. People are going to be really, really excited.
Yeah. Hopefully it will happen before this weekend, but we'll see. In the next couple of days, I gonna do it for sure.
Mike said, "That's funny, not funny, viral bot." So I mean, I think we're about to make your trading bot viral.
I hope so. Oh, yeah, and
but
you see
on Base, of course.
on Base. So it just shut down. I will take a look why. Maybe I just don't have enough graceful shutdown. Okay, yeah. So I know what happened. Sometimes block was expired. So when we send our transaction, our RPC was too slow, and just transaction expired. We didn't get into the block, which unfortunately happens a lot on Solana. So I will have to work around this as well.
Can you also, in terms of the 40-second video, what essentially is the video going to walk us through?
It's just a video about Quick Node, basically. It just shows people how to go to your dashboard and how to generate endpoints for Solana. So basically, when you go to Quick Node, it's a provider for different RPCs for different blockchains. You just go to endpoints, create an endpoint for Solana, and you have it right here. You copy it to the bot, and you will use your own links for the bot. So your bot will be completely independent from everybody else. It will use your own endpoints, and you will not be limited by any rate limits, things like that.
So basically, in theory, you could create a UI where people could just generate a new endpoint within the mini app eventually. Or is that not possible?
It's not possible. Like to generate an endpoint, you have to go to some endpoint provider to get
it. But can't you just create a UI using, or they don't, QuickNode doesn't have an API for you can use, or
yeah, I don't think there is an API for this, not for registering accounts. Yeah.
Got it. I don't know why. I just assumed there would be an API for that people would want to use.
Yeah, but
QuickNode would want people to use.
It's just for now. As soon as I switch to Dex Screener and Jupyter, it will be, we will not really need it that much. Public node will be sufficient.
Got it.
Yeah. So
yeah, it is cool.
It's probably
I can't wait. We have a couple hours of live streams, but as soon as the live streams are over, I'm gonna be depositing some money just to test it out. It's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, let me know when you're doing this, and yeah, if you see some errors, give it some time. It will be much more stable very soon. I'm working on it live.
Yes, fire. I mean, yeah, you said I brought up an idea maybe 10 minutes ago and you said you're gonna have it by tomorrow. So I trust that I
Yeah,
trust that you're gonna
that's
beat it.
what I have experience like with, because
Yeah.
all my life I like, every client, everybody comes to me and like, man, we need it yesterday. Do it right now.
It's so funny. I mean, your clients and your customers, I'm sure feel the same way. Of course, I'm not a user yet, but I will be in about 3 hours. And then as soon as I'm a user, then I'll be one of those people that you're gonna have to appease. You know, I'm like, hey, we talked about adding this feature on live like 3 days ago. Where is it?
It will be there. Will be there.
Yeah, I'm much more forgiving now. That's for sure. Than I'm sure your past clients. Dude, this is super, super cool. I really love it. I of course, like I said, I really want you to bring it to base, but I think it does make a shitload of sense to have it on Solana, to be on Solana, to of course start even on Solana. And then back to what we're talking about in terms of like pump fun and like some of your vision. What do you think are like next steps outside of like I guess multi-chain and then more dexes. Those are like the two main uh like next steps.
Yeah, that's two main next steps, and after that, we will see. Like we need to test it through very good and see how it goes. And after that, it will be just constant improvement, as you said. Like you cannot create something and do not support it; it will just not work.
Right, right. No, it's very true. Um, is there any other like functionality or like things that you really want to see in this trading bot, but it's maybe like too complex or just you're not ready for it? Like, how exactly do you see yourself like using this trading bot moving forward? Do you want to just like throw in $10, $100, whatever, let the bot run and just like run it up, or do you want to like constantly have to be like manually checking and setting new deposit limits, setting new like stop loss rates, etc.
Yeah, probably everybody need to find their own strategies, their own like thresholds for like law when they selling, when they buying. And but in general, the whole idea is to make this bot as much autonomous as possible.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, like we will see, but I do not really like the idea to do things manually, and at least not too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because eventually I feel like it's gonna get to the point where people will create the initial settings, but eventually you'll have to have like some sort of like scaled settings where it's like, okay, well, if this bot reaches $500, then move the stop loss up to like 60% or you know uh and start to like remanage the variables based on how much money like the bot now is trading.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably what we need to do.
I mean,
Maybe,
that's kind of like how you would like make it more or let it be autonomous, like just set it and forget it and be like, okay, I want the first trade to, don't sell out until 500%. That 500% is hit, then sell out. And then for the next trades moving forward, now we're looking at like 100% and, a tighter stop loss, and
yeah,
you can just start
yeah,
like managing like yeah, I guess pre-managing the variables based on the amount of money the bot has.
yeah. I will definitely do this. Maybe I will. It's even makes sense to implement some random threshold, some like
Yeah, yeah,
from 100 to 500, let's
exactly.
say.
Have like some sort of scaling like stairs.
Yeah, so we'll see. Not ready to answer this yet, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about like of course like how you're currently using it, but also like how I'm thinking about using it and how over time like my behavior will change because of that trading bot and how I want the trading bot's behavior to change over time as well. So,
One of the biggest problems that I'm facing right now is to make this board do not repeat itself, because for every person we're running a separate instance of the board, but they are
mm,
basically seeing the same blockchain. So we do not really want a
mm,
situation when 100 different users running bot and they see
all
all the
buying the same
same
thing.
token and just buying it all together. So it will be a not very cool idea to do that.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
But for who?
Like, that gives me an idea. No, but I mean, you obviously have to be very careful about that because, like, once people, like, figure out how to game your, like, bot specifically, if, like, a ton of people are using it and they're like, "Oh, shit, like, I can get 1,000 of these people, to buy my token and, like, insta-rug that, like, easy peasy," you know? So, like, I the biggest factor is definitely on, like, how people will game the bot if that's the case. However, like, that being said, if it is, like, a genuinely good trade and, like, all the snipers snipe at the same time, like, different snipers using the same bot snipe at the same time, like, it I mean, like, dude, that shit's gonna pump so fucking hard. It's unbelievable, you know? And then you just have to everyone's, like, trading settings will be different. So, like, some people, like, let's say they all get in around the same time. Like, some people, the 2 times will happen, half the trading bots are sold out, 4 times happens, another 60% are sold out. And then, like, you have that, like, one guy that just, like, has no fucking, like, take profit. So just like like all 99 other snipers like are already sold out and like it goes like 100,000 times and then the one sniper's like, yeah, like I made it.
Maybe I should convert it to the game eventually. Yeah.
No, literally. I mean, because like the reason it won't matter that much is just because like if it's a good trade, it's a good trade, and then secondary, like everyone's settings are different. So like even if all of these snipers did buy it at the same time, like by the time by the time it becomes house coin and all of CT is buying it, most of those snipers will already be out. You know, so like it's the chances of that really being problematic outside of people gaming your bot to like pump their own token to then like rug everyone who is using it is that's really the only issue in my mind.
Yeah. And if we're talking about like $1 or even less per trade, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I will need to test it. Like as soon as we get more and more users, I will be checking this. But yeah, probably it's not that big issue, and you're right.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't seem like a bad thing for all the bots to be buying the same thing if it's a good trade.
If it's a good trade,
or
but
or
yeah,
if it's not a scam, I should say, because of course, like if it's not a scam and all the snipers buy it at the same time, it benefits all the snipers.
it's
And of
but
course,
yeah,
the
the
only
real question is how do you know if it's not a scam as usual?
well, I mean, like you have like the rug check, you have like lock liquidity. You know what I mean? Like there are enough variables that you can like know for like a higher certainty than others. But of course, like I mean, that's the thing. Once you know exactly how it could be gamed, like that's what you can account for. And like you can start having the bot know like, hey, if the like token price is skyrocketing, volume skyrocketing, but like the amount of money in the LP isn't, or like the amount of liquidity locked like is not it all comes from like the same wallet, or like the past the wallet that created all these tokens, like the past 5 ones were all rugs. You know what I mean? Like there's enough variables that you can, like I said, know with enough certainty if it will be a rug, and then like that 10% like margin of error, how people will try and game it. So like you'll just have to be able to account for those things. Which is not easy, you know what I'm saying? But like
It's not easy. Yeah,
there
for
is a
sure.
there is at least some formula, or at least a fundamental formula to start.
Yeah, I do have some. Obviously, not gonna expose it here,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. No, leave the alpha for you so we can use it in the trading bot.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think that's probably everything I wanted to explain about the bot. Do you have any more questions to me?
Only last thing I'll ask you is like, what brought you to Farcaster, and like, what were you building before this, if anything, and like, what comes next, or is like full focus on DB right now?
Like what brought me to Forecaster?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
1 year ago, I was using Coinbase Wallet, and there was some promotion for Forecaster on Coinbase Wallet.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, I think it was like free registration or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that, like $5 refund. And I just registered. And you know what? It's Forecaster is a really what people are talking about. Like find a small community of people and do something for them. And it's exactly about Forecaster, and I love it. It's just like
Awesome.
not that many scammers, not that many random people, just people who stay here. They are
Mhm.
really interested in what they're doing.
That's the best way to put it. Like, it's just people who stay in crypto. Like most people who, on Twitter who come to crypto, like they're gone in the next week. People who
Yeah.
come to Farcaster are people that are still in crypto to this day, like since they got in.
Yeah, and since we have like
Of course.
10,000 pro accounts sold out so fast, I have a really good feeling about this social network.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Like, if Dan can raise 1.2 million from the community after raising 150 million from VCs, I mean, dude, what the fuck? Like, we're in for something big.
Yeah.
And so what were you building before this?
Oh, I don't like. I was working as a software engineer for almost 15 years. So I
A what?
started back
Like
in
a train
somewhere
engineer?
like, sorry?
You said train or trading?
No. I was working as a software engineer for 15 years, not
A,
trading,
a what engineer?
software engineer.
Oh, software. I don't know why the fuck I thought you said train engineer, and I was like, wait, we gotta back the fuck up.
Yes, I still have some accent. It's been many years I live here in Canada, but still.
No, I respect it. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're building.
Yeah, and like actually started with decentralized technologies back then in 2010, probably 2009, because back then, when I was still at school, I was a part of development team for one of the torrent tracker engines. And back then, like all this, everything was decentralized. You know, torrents, if you ever use them, like it's pretty similar. I would say it's a predecessor for cryptocurrencies in some way. And when I started like working with blockchains back in 2015, probably, I remember Ethereum. I remember first smart contracts, and I've been through everything over these years. So that's what I was working on, and obviously the regular job, website building, blah blah blah. On,
Mhm.
but
Classic.
yeah.
I love it so much. And so, what's next? Full focus is on DB right now, or what else?
Oh, I mean, 1 year ago I opened a restaurant. Right now I'm sitting in my own restaurant in
No
Toronto.
fucking way, man.
Yeah.
Wait, so where in Canada are you? I gotta fucking come through. It looks gorgeous. I thought you were in like a hotel or something.
No, I'm in Toronto. It's just right in downtown. So
Dude, it looks
if you ever visit Canada, just shoot me a text, and yeah, you will
100%
always
will be
welcome
doing
here.
that. Now I have a reason to go to Toronto. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my main focus over the last year, because I just decided to not seek any employment in IT anymore and start something on my own. So
I love
working on
that.
some startups, some projects from time to time, but life is good, you know.
Dude, how do you enjoy the restaurant business? Like, it's such a stark difference going from software to, to
It was a dream.
restaurants.
You know, it was a dream, and especially during COVID, when everybody were sitting at home, I just realized that I want to produce something that I can feel with my own hands. You know,
Mm,
that I
yeah.
can give something to people and see them in person, because like personal communication is great too. And So right now, I would say 50% restaurant, 50% crypto, and some extra percentage for myself.
I love that. So like the restaurant it's going well so far. Like how did you even create a menu? How did you find employees? Like it's like going to the restaurant business from not being in hospitality, etc. like at all is like kind of crazy.
I mean, I made the menu myself. I used my own, like my mother's recipes, you know.
Yeah.
I found people mostly online. I had to meet with tons of people, like maybe a few dozens of them. But I found a chef who really interested in what she's doing. And
Mm.
you know, right chef means your restaurant will be successful for sure. And yeah,
Wow.
it's been through some tough times for sure, but because first year of every restaurant is always a disaster.
Yeah,
but
yeah, totally. I
but
mean,
right
it's really hard to bring people in.
yeah, but right now it's summer, more people coming, more people dine in on a patio, so everything going well.
How is the location been? Like, have you found like it's actually a good spot for like foot traffic, except or like for people in general to
Yeah,
come through?
yeah, we merged two restaurant. So
Oh wow.
we merged my restaurant and another one, and we rented one big space all together.
Oh, that's cool.
So it helps to save on rent, and we can afford to be right exactly in downtown. It's very close to Kensington Market in Toronto, which is like very popular tourist area right in the
Yeah.
downtown. So yeah, we it took us some time, but we found a place.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. Congratulations. That is like one of the coolest things that I've heard so far on these live streams. That is like I did not expect to hear that. That is like so fucking cool and unique.
Thank you.
Dude, of course, of course. You clearly deserve it. I mean, you're grinding out here. I mean, I can't even believe that you're managing a restaurant while also building building software.
I mean, if you have enough motivation, everything is possible.
I love to hear it, and that is such a fact. I could not agree more. And that's what brought us here, baby. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get our next session started here pretty soon. But thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. This was incredible. I can't wait to start using the trading bot, and I can't wait for it to come to base. You let me know when you've added some of these features and when you bring base or when you're like launching on base, and let me know. Let's do like a big launch live stream.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I will definitely join, and yeah, I will I will be happy to present it for sure.
Amazing, yo. Thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks again, and have a good one.
Of course. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. Falazan, are you there by any chance? Oh, that's funny. Brother said, give me 10, like 6 minutes ago. So 4 more minutes, we'll be back. Let me see if we can go play some Warpcast games while we wait. Let's find what browser I have Warpcast already signed into. Yes, let's go. We usually don't have time in between sessions, but what I'm going to start doing when we do have time in between sessions is just playing some Farcade games or some games in general on Warpcast. All right, let's see what we got. I'll make this full screen, make it easier for everyone to see. What? Oh man, why isn't this working? Oh, come on, Farcade. Let me play you. Oh, maybe it only does work on mobile. I could have swore you could play Farcade on more than just mobile, though. Let's harvest some crops, baby. Alright, good. I want to make sure everyone can see this properly. I really wish you could make the Miniapp screen bigger. Alright, let's go buy some seeds. Actually, I gotta go sell some seeds. I should have a bunch of seeds to sell. Nice. I got 17 potatoes, yo. Let's sell that shit. Alright, we're rich now. Let's go. Let's buy some seeds. What can I buy? Damn, I can still only buy potatoes. I mean, I guess we'll just buy 4. I'm just a humble farmer. What else we got around here? Sell corn. Damn. Ooh. That's actually a lot of XP. I mean, selling 20 potatoes, that's actually not easy. Selling 20 potatoes in a week, that's a good quest. Ooh. Love that. Falazen, are you there by any chance? There you go back. Damn. They go so hard. Holy shit, I'm at 7,000. They go hard. Oh, Samuel Huber is lagging. Statuette has got him beat. Casso, of course. 275 completed quests. That is insane. This is genuinely impressive. I gotta get up. Alright. Oh, that's hilarious. You can buy Streak Frost. Yeah, that's hilarious. Ooh, I'll take this. You get carrots from... I did not realize you could claim from streaks like that. That helps me complete a quest, doesn't it? Bowser, what is up?
All right, am I here? Hello, test test.
Yes, you are. What is up?
Holy shit, dude!
No, you're chilling though. I'm
Living the
just
dream. I just had to go take care of a bug super fast that I just found out about. It was like, oh shit, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I just been playing Farville while we chill around, so
Oh, nice.
we're chilling. Let me stop playing Farville for a second. And we're on live. Oh, also we got Nabu as well.
Yo, yeah, yeah.
What is goody, fam? How are we today?
I'm great. Sorry I got stuck. I told you it's gonna take time.
No, you guys are chilling. We just finished our last session. So it's DBee, a Solana trading bot, and I was convincing him to build it on base, and now he's bringing it to base. It's actually really cool.
What was this one you were checking? I didn't see this one.
It was a trading bot actually. It's called DBee. He launched like a trading bot mini app where like you can literally just go in, you deposit some Solana, and then you just create some stipulations, some variables around like take profit, stop loss, and let the bot do its thing.
Cool, but it was on full.
Yeah,
You're convincing him to bring it on base.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's
He's
cool.
he's bringing it to base, and I'm gonna bring him back in the live stream when he brings it to base.
Perfect.
He was actually saying that he was having some trouble with like Solana RPCs, so like it actually would make a lot more sense to it'd make his life easier to build on base as well.
I think now base is the easiest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's like hands down like the what everyone that has certainly brought to consensus.
True.
All right, so
Where's Sohei? She didn't show up.
No, she's not on for another 20 minutes. So we've got about 20 minutes to tool around before Sohei gets here. And I'd like both of you to showcase what you've been building. So whichever one of you would like to go first, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you're building. And then next person will do the same. And then let's go into live demos.
I insist. Fazan, go first.
All right. Well, I guess
Uh,
let's just get it out the way. How are we doing today, everyone?
we're doing
My name's
fantastic.
I'm Falzon. I'm with the ERC20i community. I'm pretty much the developer over there at the moment. The Eco, if you've not heard of us before, we're a on-chain art project. So basically the way that this works is it takes out all the NFT friction. There's a lot of people that don't like NFTs because they have to swap tokens. They don't like the idea of owning a JPEG. Lots of reasons people don't like them. This is tokens and art combined, but even more so than a 404 because the smart contract is actually inscribing the art onto your tokens. That can sound confusing to people, which is why I built Mini20i. Mini20i lets you view, swap, manage, combine, inventory, everything your inscriptions, all on one page. It's a pretty cool interactive mini app. Works on Farcaster, lets you share your inscriptions. Works with Coinbase Wallet. Works on your desktop. Works on literally fucking anything with an injected wallet.
Yeah, so
Excuse
what
me.
I'll say
So,
is like it's a net new experience. Like when I went into the mini app, because obviously I was like, yo, like, what mini apps do you guys use on base? And like a couple people replied with it, and I went and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like it's so different. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was a genuinely different experience, and I didn't even know where to start. Like my first thought was like, I gotta hit this guy up and just like have him on the live stream, have him explain this shit to me. And then I'll be able to understand how I should actually be interacting with it. Because
oh,
like
definitely.
that was like my biggest thing, and of course like over time we'll be able to I'm sure you'll make it more intuitive, but like just off rip I was just like, yo, like how should I be interacting with this,
So the way that you should be using these is you can grow your inscriptions. Like I said, more tokens means you're going to get more art. And that doesn't mean more pieces of art. It's not a one-to-one trade on these tokens. So for
right
instance, my
right
profile picture right now is like a level 5 frog. I locked him immediately because he's cool as hell.
what does that mean exactly? Like it's generated, like it's all
So every time you swap the tokens, you have two types of inscriptions for these projects. You have what I've labeled them as a growing stage and a safe stage, or a mode, if you will, a type. So when they're growing, self-implied. You can grow it, you can add more tokens to it, and those will always move first compared to your safe ones. You can use them on any DEX for this. You don't need to use MySwap. You could literally do this on Uniswap. You're just not going to be able to view it on the same page. You know what I mean?
got it.
So when you're adding more to these growing, they level up. There's a little progress button I added there, and levels as well, so you can see how many tokens you need per level and what those levels will do for you as well around the websites there as well. So like with Froggy, you need 120,000 tokens to get the highest level frog, and then you can split it in half going down from there. So the next one tier down would be 60,000 tokens, and down again is 30,000, so on and so forth. And some people, I've heard the argument, they're like, oh, that takes away the neat part of NFTs. Wrong. There's too many frogs. You can never get it back if you re-roll it. It's gone forever. You're literally never going to
Oh,
see it again.
that's sick. Oh,
Um,
that's super
and we
cool.
have a marketplace that these safe ones, you can move them to other users. If you send the exact token amount to other people, that art moves with it. So we actually have a marketplace as well where you can list these and buy them for above market price. If you have a rare frog or a rare fungi or a rare jelly or a peppy,
Or just one people love.
yeah, you can sell it there for a premium. And what I've talked about for the last years, like I come from game dev. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time with this community. It was technically a CTO with Froggy, and the dev dipped, and I was like, hey, your project's special, your contract is special. Like, give me your treasury, give me your shit, I'll run it. And she did. I couldn't fucking believe it. And I was like, wow, okay, that was like, oh, sure, okay, I guess I'm doing this. Like, like,
Oh, that is
yeah, I was like,
super
that's
super cool.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like, so I've actually been working
never
on
hear
game
that.
dev as well. So I've been working on this system behind the scenes for a long time, where your traits are converted into stat points. And I've got a roguelike adventure story game going on right now. It
What
includes
is the
it's
website so I can share it with the audience?
so the game part is still on the back end. It's on my computer. It's not released yet, but it does include leaderboards, KO boards, so you can make fun of your friends for sucking,
Great. All right,
and daily quests, stuff like
let me
that.
send the mini app link then.
It's mini-20i.app.
Mini
Is
dash
there a
20.
chat? I can just put it there.
Yeah, there is a. Do you see there's a private
I
chat.
do,
You can send it there,
yes.
and I'll send it into the.
There you go.
Perfect. I will send it in for everyone so they can go check it out.
Yeah, it's very straightforward. If you're on Warpcast, it'll just automatically connect you, let it do its thing. Everything else, it'll walk you through it based on your device when you hit connect wallet.
Super cool. All right, I'm gonna ask you after Nabu goes, I'm gonna ask you to live demo it. So, Nabu, who the hell are you, and what are you building?
Oh, I was mute. I'm
I,
not
mean, I think he was checking out the app.
Yeah, honestly, it looked like it. Yeah. So, yeah, what
these
is it?
meetings, even when they finish, you got post messages coming in. Let
Exactly.
me put it again for 5 minutes.
I love it.
I'm Nabu. I've been early base voucher, I should say. I love base. I have one of the most active communities on base. I do everything on base: spaces, streams, tweets, threads, videos, short clips, long clips, everything.
Yeah, I really
Um,
appreciate you coming on. Actually, when Sohi tagged you, I was like, "Oh, dude!" I mean, I hadn't seen your profile on Twitter before. I've been using Forecaster a lot more recently, so I just haven't been as active on Twitter. And I was like, "Yo, this is super cool. Would absolutely love to have you on. Like, what you're building is super cool. I love like your process and your story. So, if you'd like to talk about like your inspiration, how we even got here, and all that good stuff, like,
to the
floor is yours.
space or to the stream? Which
To,
one?
to, to the stream, like with the mini app. We'll get to that after. We'll get to that later. We got plenty of time.
I'm waiting for my mentor. I'm waiting till Zoe comes. She's the one because all my life I count myself as a full stack builder, not a coder.
Mm.
I can build anything, anyhow. I'm super good at building. This trait of coding was something that I missed all my life.
Mm.
And there were some certain points I would have loved to quit everything and just go and study how to code. Now with Jessa, I can code.
No, I mean, I've seen your videos. Like you have a very specific skill set, and I'm glad that you lean into that. You know what I mean? Like it's been
Thank
really
you.
cool. Like after because I obviously just followed you, and then I just started seeing some of your posts, and I was like, yo, like this is really fucking great. The quality is really high, actually. Like the quality of the production, like specifically too.
Thank you. I'm so hyped about this new one that I'm vibe coding. I slept last night. I slept 5 a.m. I never miss my meeting. I missed my 8 a.m. meeting. Yeah, man, it was such a hectic, but
I'm glad you
important.
missed your important meetings, but not the live stream. Like, let's go, yeah.
It was good timing. It was good timing. Better timing
That's
this one.
great.
But yeah, man, I'm vibing. I'm vibe coding. I'm vibing. I'm vibe trading. I'm vibe everything.
So, how did you even have the idea for it? And if you want to just give the audience like a quick, like, what is it? And then we can, if you want to wait for Sohei to go into it deeper, we can do that as well.
The thing is, I was when I started working at Ledger, I didn't know the scope of KOLs that I had to handle. After a while, it became hectic. All these Google Sheets, everything we had to manage, we had to onboard. People were DMing same projects. There were so many flaws that there weren't any tool that we could have used. I've never seen anything for this kind of niche that we are working on. So I thought maybe it's the best time to start vibe coding.
No, that makes perfect sense. I had a feeling you had to deal with this internally somewhere, whether it was at like your current position or a past one, because it is like genuinely useful for the space. I'm once again surprised that it does not exist already, and like going through like your current build, it's pretty like all encompassing for like not only just like a vibe coded project, but for something like you've only been working on recently.
Well, I already have people DMing me about it that, do you want investors? We want in. I'm like,
Yo, I love that. Yo, I love that so much.
nah.
No, I mean it's a really cool idea. I'll I guess we can wait for Zoe. She'll be on within the next like 10, 15 minutes or so. So if we want to wait for her to go deeper into it, we can do that. And then Falzan, if you're still around, we can maybe, if you'd like to share your screen, start demoing and showing people the flow and the user experience of what you built.
I love to do that too as well, Flaz. I want to see how did you compare NFTs to coins and how did you determine that? How's the UI? Let us see it, man.
Let's see what you got. He had to, it's funny. He might have stepped away again. He had to step away earlier because he went to go fix a bug. So,
So it's
uh,
you and I have a bug too. I just
yeah,
received it.
yeah, like running away, literally running away.
I have a bug too.
Well, no. I mean, while we're here, I mean, we got time. How did you get to crypto?
The crypto, I sold, I exited the startup in my country. I wanted to work in global markets, so I said no more local
What
market.
country was that?
Oh, Flazin is back.
Yep, sorry about that. I just had to go run and grab another little thing there. I do apologize. I'm done with that. I'm here, full stop.
No worries. We're talking about how Nabu's foray into crypto real quick, and then we want you to demo because both of us are very interested to see what you got cooking.
Exactly.
No, sure. How do I turn my screen on here? I've never used this platform before.
There's a present button at the bottom. Click share your screen.
Perfect.
But Nabu, what the fuck? Where did you say you're from?
I'm Iranian. So when the sanctions kicked in, working in sanctioned countries is such a pain. So, but my startup was very successful, so I sold that one. I came out to reach for global markets.
Mhm.
I was searching for artists to create a storytelling app for children. I saw NFTs. Then I saw Gary Vee. He was pushing everybody to Discord and come to Twitter.
Oh
Find
my
me
god!
friends.
Yeah. I love that.
I came
Very
in, but I
beautiful.
came into the outside. So until 2023, before base, exactly before base, I was deep into the art side, doing collectors, curations, IRL exhibitions, stuff like that in NFT. Then I pivoted to the DGen side. I saw base. I got base.
Legend, absolutely
Exactly.
legendary. Dude, I mean, you gotta use that Iranian blood to do like some sort of like Persian collection. Like, there's gotta be something there, man. Like, Persia's got like one of the best branding and aesthetics, etc., in the entire world. There's something there. I
Oh
mean,
man.
as someone who's not Persian, I don't exactly know, but yeah, I appreciate the aesthetic
Yeah,
at the
you're
very
too
least,
kind. Thanks
and
for
the
the
history.
love.
Yeah. All
So
right,
we're
Paul.
gonna go to Balaza. He's gonna show us. He's
There we go.
presenting.
Yeah, your screen is now up on the screen. I'm gonna make it full screen so everyone can
Sure.
see and pay attention.
So this is the live version of it right now. This is what you would be greeted with, probably a larger version of this background.
This is what confused me at first because it felt like I needed to click one of those circles at the top to like choose something.
Okay, that's
And
good feedback.
yeah, and I was like, wait, which one do I choose? Like, it feels like you're choosing like one of the 5 families. You're like, am I a Corleone, a Cuneo? Like, which am I choosing?
Okay, that's actually that gives me good. I'm a huge game dev, so that just gives me more inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause at the very least, maybe it should be.
Look at that, we got houses now. Great, fantastic. So
Exactly.
they're nav buttons. So what they're actually going to do, the first 2, you probably wouldn't notice a difference because this is going to show you all of them, and then you're sorting by like if you just wanted to only see fungi, that's all you get. If you wanted to only see froggy, that's all you get. So on and so forth.
Got it.
All you get.
Okay.
But if you want to see
Dude,
them all, you click that
that's
one, which is
actually
the default. You see them.
Yeah, that's what fucked me up when I first got up because I was like since it was switching screens, I didn't know why it was switching screens. I was like, oh shit, because in the mini app, the UI is a little bit like smaller, so like you have to scroll to like to see. So like
Yeah, probably
when I
look
was
like this.
yeah, exactly. So like I wasn't sure where the change was happening. Like okay, that clears up half of my confusion at the very least.
Fantastic. So with this, you like I was talking about, you have progress and levels. So progression is going to tell you in a really fast sentence what the token does. Your levels is a straight up chart. This is how many tokens you need to do stuff. This is a special fungi, so I'm not going to change this one because the stem and the background match, so it's invisible. So it just looks like ground and sky. Very fun. I'm going to keep that one forever. This is a egg that you can just grow. So the way that these are going to work is you're going to be able to grow these. You can add more and any amount you really want to. I'm just going to do a tiny amount here just to show you. Let's just do two bucks. because I think that will. I need 3,000 for the next level, so let's just do a full level up here just to get kill two birds, right? So we'll buy another, $5 worth. Hoorah, hooray! That'll level up my egg.
How are
2
the
times.
like token supply, etc.? Like how was some of that determined?
How are they? So there's a limited number of max levels, I believe how that was determined.
Okay.
Each project has a different number of them. So for for fungi, for example, the number of tokens is 2.1 million, and then the maximum number of level 6 mushrooms or 5 mushrooms, whatever their cap is going to be 99.
Dude,
Froggies
that's
was
so
built
interesting.
more in line with NFTs. So the original number when Froggy was released was, I want to say it was like 100 million tokens. It would have been 9,999 max level frogs, kind of like a 10,000 NFT mint. And then we decided to do some burns really early on. It's sitting right around 7,777, which is still a nice number for max level frogs, and then however many in between. So that's like a variable number. Unexpected. I didn't expect the sharing things to slide down even the Coinbase wallet UI. That's wild. So, anyways, you can confirm this. And it's going to do some fun things with the UI. I had a lot of fun with this, actually. So you get a nice little reroll, and it'll let you know what's going on. So my egg is
Dude,
hatched.
that's so fun.
This is my frog now. If you
So
don't
can
like
anyone
that one,
create like one of those projects? Like, or did you create Froggy? Did somebody else like on the platform come create Froggy?
somebody created Froggy. I've done all the websites, the viewers, the swaps, stuff like that, and then the game dev stuff that you'll see in the very near future. But the actual smart contract was somebody that goes by OX Yut, YUUT. They still float around the space pretty often. I wouldn't be surprised if they catch wind of this, but they're super based. And then so on and so forth. So you can keep building these up if you wanted to, but hypothetically, let's say you really like this one. So you can actually stash it, which is kind of hiding with the slid UI. I don't know if it's actually showing on the screen because of that. And it'll let you stabilize it. This is going to turn it into a safe one. This is just super fast. There's not going to be any fancy animations. It's just going to ask you to confirm this, and in the process of doing so, blah, blah, blah. But the main friction that this ecosystem had, that this app solves, and then you can see right there, it just switched to safe. The main thing that this eco struggled with was friction, and people didn't understand that it was literally you buy these tokens and you don't have to do anything else. You have the art, you have the tokens, you can sell them at market price, or you can sell them on the marketplace. It's up to you. The power's in your hand. So now that we've got that going, you can start a new one if you really,
that's
really want.
The one other thing that didn't quite make sense to me is like what happens when I buy the tokens. Like because I mean, no, this is like I said, this is a net new experience. So like
brand new.
To buy tokens and to like it be the NFT. I mean, this is almost like what Zora should have been. You know what I mean?
This is what everybody has been trying to do. Like they keep splitting into multiple contracts though, and you don't have to do that anymore. Like because wham bam, we just built a new egg,
crazy to me.
And there you go. And then it lets you know how many tokens are on them. Like it's easy. And then like you don't have to like unlock these or anything. Like just because it's safe and it's protected. Say I were to sell 200 tokens, it'll sell these first. This is going to go away. I'll lose this egg, and it's going to take some out of this to make that sale possible. And this is no longer safe. It's dynamic and it's going to change.
Whoa, that is so fucking interesting.
Yeah, it's super cool. You'll almost, it's kind of funny. It's like a rite of passage. You're going to break an inscription you like by selling too much on accident one day. That's fine. That's part of the experience, baby. And then you'll never do it again.
Well, in terms of like locking, like what is the functionality there, like, or what is the like UI look like? So when you go to like right now it says safe, that's technically it locked.
Yes, so locked is, I don't like using the word locked because it implies that you don't have access to your tokens, and you always have access to your tokens. You never
you can unlock it. Like
like right here, like if I wanted to, it's down here. There's an unstash button. It's warning me that like, hey, you already have a dynamic inscription. This is something I added as a catch to help people avoid exactly what I just described, because this is usually how you break the one that you want. Is you already have a dynamic, and you're like, oh, it's a cool dynamic. I should re-roll this one. And then you just accidentally fucking combined them. So there's actually a combined menu as well, which is what it's going to bring you into. Let me actually get
Dude,
another one just to show you
this
how
is
this works.
so fucking cool, yo. Oh my god, I'm
Um,
so glad I had you on because like literally I was so confused. I'm like the other part of my confusion was the buying tokens because I'm just like, what the fuck is gonna happen when I buy these tokens? Like,
you get frogs.
No, literally.
It's
So
basically secretly a frog project now. So
and the
just
money
you know,
goes like to the collection creator. Is that how it works? And you
it's a
take
smart
like
contract.
fee
It's
or
just a regular ERC20 token. It's just a super smart contract. How's that?
a super smart contract. That is so fucking cool.
All right, so I just stabilized that egg because I wanted to grab a third one just to show the combined menu because that's hidden until you own 3 of the same project. I have a bunch of fail safes built into this. That if you were to ever
well,
like, I'm sorry, what?
and how is price determined too? Like when you sell the froggy back to ETH, it's the same price you bought it for.
Yeah. So is this going to show multiple windows? Can I go over to like?
If you're
I mean, if you're to
sharing
go to Dex Tools or whatever your Dex screener, like
yeah,
you can just look up Froggy. Like there's a price chart. It's a regular. The contract is what handles all of the art, the SVG generation, yada yada yada.
got it.
But
So
when it
it's like
comes to the like actual, like you don't even have to care about the art if you don't want to. You could just trade this on Uniswap.
got it. Okay, so it is literally a token, and
It's literally a token.
got it.
Yes,
And
yes, and that's where
inscriptions are
people I feel like don't understand because there's a lot of people that
yes.
claim that they're like the art is the token, but it's not because you're swapping them. Like this is actually they
Yes.
are the genuinely the same thing.
And the inscriptions are on the token, and you've created a UI or UX for people to experience that specific the art,
Exactly.
the inscriptions on the token. That makes perfect sense.
Exactly. So we're gonna grow this one because you can't actually own 2 stables of the same number. That's one of the fail safes as well. So if you were to own, say, like I just have here actually, the 145 and then 145, and I were to try to stabilize that, it would just go in a circle, and one of them would unlock and the other one would lock. It's silly.
Oh man, this is incredible. So if I wanted to create a collection, I would like create the art that would be generated, and then I would create like how much tokens you would need to like upgrade them. I would create like the limited amount of supply for level 5s, all that.
Yeah, in that regard, you would have to have some knowledge. I mean, Froggy's a shining example of high level art. The team that launched the original contract is clearly fucking talented as hell.
Yeah, I mean they're cracked as hell.
Yeah, it's unreal what they pulled off. That's why she was like, "I'm done with this." I was like, "No, wait.
You're not done. You're like, you might be done, but we're not.
Yeah, like I know what this is. I see it. So like Jelly is a good example of taking it to the next level. So we can go to Fungi. This is a very low level Fungi. It's probably like 1 dot right there. Down here, Jelly upgraded it. They were the next one to come up, and they animated it. And it's still really simple, but at the end of the day, you still do need to know some NFT creation aspects because there are still traits, there are still colors. So like you would need to have your tentacles, your different gel caps. As your fungi levels up, you have different stems, cap shapes, girthiness, dots on the cap or not. One of the things back here is bubbles in the background coming up. You can kind of see them in the art.
Is it in the roadmap to create like a UI for people to create their own collections and make this maybe that process a little bit simpler for like communities or folks within communities?
That has been talked about when the community first came out, but I'm not holding my breath just because I understand how complex they can get. Like you could do teasers for a launch pad though, yes, and I just don't like mentioning it because it's been so long and I haven't heard about it in a year. So
and it probably would be too cumbersome for like you to build out, for example.
It might end up being me because when I heard about it, it was before I had built anything for this ecosystem. I was just a community member at the time.
Wait, so are you like running it now? What is the situation in terms of the community?
There's the Anon dev that released Fungi and he locked it for like 200 and some odd years. He did that whole thing. Peppy did the same thing. There's 2 Peppies out there. The one that is like $12 a coin is the right one. They had a bug in their first contract where you couldn't sell like a token or 2 would stick to your wallet. and you just couldn't sell them, and it was not okay. So like, because at the end of the day, they're still tokens. They have to function like tokens. So they relaunched Peppy. The dev actually collected everyone's money and redistributed it. So anyone that actually sent the money, he actually followed through, relaunched it.
Oh,
fixed
that's
it.
so cool.
Yeah, so like he could have fucking rugged everybody, and he didn't. Like the eco is dope.
Love that.
And then same
That's
thing with
so
like the other
unusual.
ones. Like the contract for Froggy is renounced. Like they're all renounced. It's dope. I don't know. It's
I love this.
It's all CTO though. Like it's all community, and even Todd Stool, the guy that made Fungi, said that super early on. He was like, "Look, like I made this to be anonymous and for the community to do their thing. Like it'll do it or it won't."
Dude, my number one suggestion is you need a big rebrand here. You need a slightly better name, and this shit's gonna fucking take off.
Yeah. What are you thinking for like? Are you talking Mini 20i or what?
Yeah, for Mini 20i. Yeah, I think Mini 20i is gonna hold people back for sure. Just because it like we had to think of something that will that like actually helps like people understand what the fuck it is, like inscribed coins or something like.
Yeah, no, and that's been the largest friction. That's technically when you start going to contracts and other websites, you'll see the terms dynamic and stable thrown around a lot, and those are synonymous with growing and safe. And like, it's just easier to say they're growing and they're safe. It's the same thing with like if you start digging into this, you're going to see the word seed a lot. Seed means tokens. Why are we calling it seed? Like. It's just like it's stuff like that. Like it's just like so I do agree with you that it needs to just be more digestible and simple. Like because it's not complicated at all. It's just new.
I mean, dude, if you want to come back on for a live stream like later this week or next week, we can literally just spend like an hour or two just going through all of the UI, the UX, and just kind of determine what would be more palatable. And we can bring more people onto the live stream who would be interested in helping give you more feedback.
So super fast, I'm going to do that combine we were talking about. I've got those two prepared right there. It lets you select on menus, and from there,
really cool.
It will wham bam thank you ma'am them together.
Wow.
Pew, pew, pew.
And I assume you can't do like Froggy to jellies or anything like that. Yes.
No, that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work at all.
But it will eventually.
They're separate. I mean, it does in the sense that they're tokens, and you can swap the tokens for the other ones. Like
right. That's
the same
page. Yeah. You can swap the tokens.
Another website I have is the Froggy website. Is this still sharing?
Yep, still sharing. And the other thing is you can have people like buy a bunch of tokens and like and swap them, or I guess you could even be buying inscribed tokens on DexScreener or somewhere, but not even know it has inscriptions. Not even be able to view the art.
The odds of that happening are super duper low because you'd probably know once you visited. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just because you're buying the tokens, you probably did enough research to like know that there are inscriptions associated.
Because it definitely happens.
Man, I love this. Sohi, how are we today? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, you came, Sohi. We were waiting for you. Number one vibe coding mentor on base.
No, please don't make me blush.
Yo, Nabu refused to go into his demo without you here. So
okay. Well, I just want to say, Allison, that was so cool. The inscribed tokens, such a good job. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love the art.
I hope people start to realize how easy it is.
Yeah, it's so cool. I really loved it. I have to like.
I didn't even notice that you joined. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
Oh, anytime. I love supporting builders. And thank you so much to, obviously, the Homebase team. Luciano is doing an amazing job, as always.
Oh, thank you so much.
Grateful.
I really appreciate it. I mean, thank you so much for reaching out and tagging Nabu and suggesting he come on. I mean, this has been an amazing day of streams, to be honest. Like, I'm so glad Falzon came on, too. So Falzon, feel free to stick around if you'd like. If you need to go, feel free as well. I know we're about running out of the session time, but I definitely want to have you back on. I want to go over more of the UI and just like perfect it to make this as
Can
digestible
I
as
show
possible.
you super fast what I've been cooking
Yeah,
in
yeah.
2 seconds? Because I
Yeah,
did
totally,
mention
totally.
the game side of it. So let's
Oh
just
shit! Wait,
let's go
wait.
into
There's more.
localhost.
Is it gonna be a game? Oh shit.
Yeah, wait. What's going
Let's
on
fucking
here?
go.
Oh,
I thought that
Yeah,
was
so like I mentioned,
What?
I'm a game dev after all. I did mention I have this whole like
You,
stats to
Yeah.
traits thing.
dude. I totally thought you meant like
So,
that was like the
So we've
progression,
got
the
this
levels. Like
quest
that was the
menu
game.
over here. We've got daily quests. There's a leaderboard
Yeah.
that'll show off who's winning, and if you suck, it'll show if you die. So at the bottom, it'll be up top. It'll be in that menu again. This is my dev environment. Holy cow! I don't even have a frog to fight with. Give me one second. I have to stash this frog.
Oh, it's all right. We've been changing
I
up
don't
your
have
inventory.
the tokens. I have no funds on this wallet. Let's just see if it'll let me run with an egg. That'll be hilarious. And so yeah,
Oh,
it'll
let's
actually
go.
turn everything into. It's not going to because it's an egg. That's so funny. So my character's gonna die right away because it's an egg and this isn't supposed to be allowed. But this is actually a full like
Oh,
choose your own story thing that's been built out. It's got a working
Oh,
inventory with
cool.
equipment. It's got powers.
dude.
It's got a defense button. It's got random combat. There's things that'll happen with choices. Each choice has a
Nice,
giant
dude.
fucking tree of outcomes.
Wow.
I'm not gonna touch the berries. We're just gonna get some gold on the floor instead. But this will let you go through. It's very fast paced and choose any outcome based on different events that are randomly generated every single time. And as you're going through, you're going to get a score. Those will then in turn go into the leaderboard. There's share buttons in that regard that let you share directly to social medias to help with onboarding new people onto this whole new ecosystem, so on and so forth. That's all I really wanted to show is that this thing is very close to being in the release state. There's going to be some more skins and improvements to the UI, but beyond that, all of the mechanisms are there at this point, and I'm really, really excited to start having people test it.
You
Yeah,
created
that's super
all
cool.
this?
Yeah, I started this app, no shit, 3 weeks ago.
Oh my god! And you created all of the choices, all of the outcomes, everything?
Yeah.
Legend.
Nice.
I mean, did you use AI?
For the images, yes, because I'm not an artist.
No, I
Like
meant
these,
for
yeah,
the
totally,
story. I mean, for the
absolutely, I
images.
did. It saved me so much time.
But I
But when
mean,
it comes to programs, like I've been programming games since I was,
what about
holy
the
shit, like
adventures
13
themselves?
years old. I'm sorry?
Like, what about the adventures themselves? Like choosing berries, all that stuff. Like, you created that all originally?
Yeah, it's just I love
Legend.
fantasy, man. I
You're a
play so many
legend.
video games, it's ridiculous. Like I love adventure, I love fantasy, I love all of that stuff. I don't have the boss skins figured out, but like super fast. I was hoping I would run into a random combat. I didn't. This is the only enemy I have without a skin, so like yikes. I'm just gonna let it one shot me super fast.
Yeah.
That's
And you're
cool.
dead. But it'll actually like update in real time up there, so
And then,
it won't. It'll
did you
next
lose
time
the
you
egg?
visit the page. No. So what it's going to do in the game, you'll never be at risk of losing your stuff. What
Oh,
it will
okay,
do
cool.
is lock you out of running with it again for like the week or until
Oh.
the tournament, if you will, is over. And as you can see, it updated. I was slain by the elder cat because I suck.
Could you do
For the elder cat.
could you add like a PvP where like if I play against somebody else in real life, like if they win, they actually get my NFT or my coins?
No, and I've thought about that because that would bring me back to when I used to go to like Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, man. That would that would be so fun. But no, I don't want to do that because I don't think people would risk it.
Well, maybe eventually, like you have to
Eventually,
like
it is an option. I could do that. Like that's totally in the cards because all those functions exist. It's just that I don't have that.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, once we get a flourishing community, then we can think about it.
Indeed. Well,
Yeah,
thank you for letting me show that. That's awesome. I really appreciate you guys having me on and humoring me and showing me this. This is something that I put a lot of passion into.
Dude,
Yeah,
of
I can
course.
tell.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
Thank you.
So cool.
Thanks for building on base.
Thank you. Yes. This is the base exclusive. You can't find any other token like this outside of the base. Is like seriously, inscriptions are base. Like
base is the place, baby.
Indeed. Well, the floor is yours. I feel like I've had enough floor time. Thank you so much, Nabu. So hey,
It's
let's
a pleasure,
hang
man.
out and chat. Get up.
You guys
I'm
are-
ready. I'm
you guys are
ready,
perfect.
Nabu. Let's go.
Thank you, Falzon. Really appreciate you coming
Thanks,
on. Really
Alton.
appreciate you showcasing what you're building. Really appreciate you building in general. Really appreciate you building on base. If you need to go, feel free. If you want to stay, feel free. And thanks again.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay seeing what they've got going on here. I'm super curious what other
Great.
people that are actually building on base are building, because that's what I like to support. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit.
Amazing, amazing. Why don't you give us a little bit about yourself and what you're building?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm building, what am I not building at the moment? But,
Yeah.
well, at the
You'd like to
moment,
share what you're building?
yeah. So at the moment, we're all working, all of the DevRel team on the base side are working really hard, going through base batches and looking at all the mini apps that have been submitted and all the apps that have been submitted. Of course, I'm focused a bit on the mini app side, and it's just been really cool. I like every mini app I played with, I'm like, damn, like this is so cool. It's making my job so hard.
I forgot you're going over base batches submissions right now. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, you must be having a field day over there.
I was just like, damn, this one's cool and this one's cool. Like, oh no,
They all win.
That's fantastic. I'm glad I got to showcase to a judge. I totally
Well,
submitted
hey.
that there.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. Let's go.
In the US.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Also, I've just been working with the Coinbase Wallet team because, of course, the new Coinbase Wallet is coming out soon. And I know I can't give you a date, but I can say soon. And I can say, like, mini apps are the way to go. So I've been trying to build tools for developers to be able to use AI to spin up mini apps, test them out. Like, it's hard for me to say, like, why it's harder for me to say why I'm not bullish on mini apps than like why I'm bullish on mini apps. Like, I just think honestly, like if you have an existing app and you want to get distribution, this is such a great way. Obviously, having your mini app being able to be played within the new Coinbase wallet, that's awesome. If you think about all the users that already have the Coinbase wallet, like that's a great distribution channel right there. If you're looking to test out an idea as well, do it in a mini app. You can spin it up and if you've ever built like a web app before, you're 90% there anyway. So it's literally, I mean, I can spin them up in about 6 minutes or so just by myself, but that's because I probably do it way too often. But I think like end to end, I think anyone could spin it up in about 10 minutes. Like even if you're new to coding with a bit of cursor or Sal.
5 minutes.
5, yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go. No, show me down.
Legend.
I'm also just excited today, like to show you guys like the lovable stuff, but also to see Navu. I want to see your mini app. I know you put so much effort into it. You made that video yesterday, and I was like, oh damn, did you really spend that much on cursor?
That's only for this month. You should see the previous months. I'm vibe
God.
coding all the time. I cannot
I
get
love
off of
it.
it. And it's
You're
all
a
thanks to you. You showed me and you opened a new door for me. Like, and that door is not closing. It's just opening new door. It's just like
You
a
didn't
rabbit
open
hole.
it, like, but cursor did. You're the one that continuously shows up and does the work. Like that in itself, like getting started or getting you excited to get started, sometimes like I feel like that's the easy part. Anytime you have something new, you always like the new toy when you're a kid, right? You want to play with that thing like the first time, but it's your dedication that makes the app.
Mama. Cursor is my best new toy. Like, I'm gonna play it a lot. Like, there's no doubt they have been, I think, evaluated 9 billion. I think every dollar of it is worth every penny. It's like that is insane.
Number one investor.
It's insane. Like, for somebody like me that still cannot write a single line of code, that's like pure magic. Like, I don't know what to say.
No, Cursor is magic. There's no doubt about it.
I think that's the best part about AI right now, like AI coding. Like you could be like, Falcon, you've done this for years. Like you are your own AI. You have that knowledge. You have that power, and that's so cool. And then it's also really like fun to see new people come in and be like, I've always wanted to do this, and now I get to do it. And I think like that in itself is super powerful. Like taking that and just being like, I can do this. Let's see how far I can go. You always learn. Well, sooner or later in vibe coding, you learn you do need to know some fundamentals sometimes. You can get away with not knowing a lot, but sooner or later, like it will just be the best experience you'll ever have. You'll never like, but it will also come at a price. So having some knowledge and being able to optimize your prompts, it gets you
I'm
pretty far.
trying
But
to. I'm learning to structure it better so it doesn't
hey, no
cost so
judgment
many
from me.
tools. It's hard.
When the new model came out, the first thing I was like I was on recharge week, so we had like a week because we had just done our offsite, so that was pretty intense. And then we had to do recharge week. The model came out, and I was like, I know I'm meant to like put my laptop away and spend time with family, but like, yeah, sorry, fuck this shit. Like, I want to see what it can do.
So did you
Crap.
try
I
Opus?
like, yeah, I like literally just pulled my laptop out and sat in the corner, just being like, yeah.
So what did you think about Opus? Sorry. Did you
It's
try it
nuts.
out?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's
I
insane.
th- it's pretty wild. I wouldn't go and like spend $500 yet. But I think like honestly, like for the quality of effort that comes out of it is kind of you can't beat it. It would take you like the way that you're one-shotting stuff like will take you a little bit longer like without using that type of model.
I called my friend. I've been in the I've been dealing with developers for the last 15 years. So I always my ear was always hearing these stuff about database, how to store your user issues. So my mind had kind of the structure of how developers start building it. So this will help me a lot. But after this new model, I called my friend. He's a very good developer. I said, let's put up a task. I will put 20K, you put $1,000. Whoever wins. After Opus came out. Right after Opus came out.
That's great.
This thing is insane. You cannot beat it. You cannot beat it.
I
It's so
love
hard
it.
to beat it.
No, it's really interesting. Also, like, the fact that all of the coding guidelines, like the cursor guidelines, came out about how to properly like prompt for it. I really appreciate when the new model comes out. Like, always make sure to read like the Anthropic prompt guides. That's I like the base AI prompting guides. That's where I get a lot of the information from, because there are ways that you can prompt like Claude and those like these models rather than maybe like Gemini and I can't remember, yeah, like ChatGPT, like those models. Sometimes there's a bit of a difference there. So understanding like how to prompt effectively for the model that you're using also really like gives you an edge. I think we lost Nobu.
No, I'm here. I don't know why my eCam stopped. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I love it. I was gonna say, yeah, I think
Technical difficulties, gotta love it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna show us can you share your screen and show us the app?
I think so. Let me see share screen. This should
Yeah,
work.
should be able to, and I'll add it up to the screen. This is why I love having people come on and vibe code and live code, just because to see other people's processes, to see how people are using AI right now is just it's extraordinary. Especially like people who are extremely experienced coders, just like tap into something like Cursor and like make their jobs like I mean, talk about going from 100 times dev to a 10,000 times dev. It's like it is really really impressive to see what people can do.
Yeah, it's been really impressive for me to see as well.
I'm finding it. I have so many browsers and tabs open. Find this one.
Yeah, I already know. I can already see it. Probably have 100 tabs open. Yeah.
I think
And they're probably all Cursor too.
I think I found it. Okay, 1 second. It's this one.
It's all like him prompting ChatGPT to ask ChatGPT how to work Cursor better.
Let me see.
I've used that method before. I
Okay.
When I got access to I like subscribed to Anthropic, and I started to use the console. Oh, but I'll let Navu show us the app.
No, 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 no.
I'm
Go for it.
Oh
Go
yeah,
for it.
you
I was just
yeah.
finish
finding
the
it.
thought. Yeah, finish the thought.
Yeah, no, I was using the console tool from Anthropic, and it's so cool because essentially what you do is like you it's a way for you to test your prompt, run the prompt, and see what the output is. And then that way I'm able to like refine my prompts. So for example, if I'm writing like educational guides, or I'm writing guides for new people, like, hey, like this prompt really works. I take that prompt myself, I run it through, see what the output is. Is it what I expected? It's pretty cool. Like I wanted to release, but it's still a bit buggy, so I'm waiting to fix a few things. A promptorial, where essentially you would just copy and paste every prompt, and in my mind, just like you would like do a Git repo, like Git clone repo, it would be the same thing except all with prompts. And I just
Oh
thought
wow.
that would be super cool. Yeah,
Yes.
I worked on that a bit, and I want to share it like when it's a bit more stable, because I know some people are going to get a bit stuck, but
I was just about to ask you, like, are we sharing it today?
not yet, not yet.
All right, it's
You guys
alpha
are like
everyone.
now.
Yeah.
When?
One token. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NFA, no tokens
Did
for
you launch a
me.
clanker for it yet?
Did you clank that?
Yeah, you better coin that. Come on now. All right, Nabu, we are ready for this. I'll actually make this screen full screen so everyone can see.
Oh, thank you. So the tool I mentioned, it was something that it was kind of niche, but there weren't any tools doing it because the whole KOL world, I think it's been around for 1-2 years. It's not that old. So any tool that can manage that or help, because it's kind of different when it comes to influencer marketing and the cold approach we have on Twitter. There weren't any tools handling that. So I thought I built this actually for myself to try to facilitate the flow I have with the companies I work with, the projects I onboard the KOLs for, and there weren't any metrics to show them how they were performing, and everything was like I examined, and all the ROIs for everybody was being only determined by what we are seeing. There weren't anything systematic to help us determine the number for anybody. So that was the whole reason to came up with it. I wanted to play around with it. I was just experimenting. I tried to hide the login button. The login button is hide. When you click 3 times on the logo, it will pop up.
Nabu,
Uh,
how many hours did you spend a week like manually doing some of that work?
oh, I don't know. I was in meetings. I was vibe coding on the other side, so I didn't count.
You didn't even recognize those hours because you're too busy thinking
No,
about
no,
coding,
no.
huh?
The most important part for me was the access, how to differentiate layers of different access for different kind of users.
Mm,
That took me a lot of time, and that time Opus model wasn't around, and it was such a pain doing it with O3. O3 hallucinates a lot.
right.
Sonnet Max sometimes doesn't configure the APIs right. It was such a pain.
Yeah, no, it is painful.
That was the hardest bottleneck I faced with this one. How to give role-based accesses to different kind of users. The whole base of the system is based on Twitter accounts, Twitter handles, and extra security comes in with the wallet. When I come here, the admin button appears because I have the master admin Twitter account and the admin wallet. When I disconnect it, it goes like this. It won't let me in. I think that microphone, as Falaza, it's your mic. It's saying it's too much noise.
Oh yeah,
Sorry
Falzan,
about that.
you just
Thank
mute? Yeah,
you.
just mute your mic. Nice.
Okay, now we go. It loads the admin panel. I'm going to load this part with charts, but the exciting part about the whole thing is the data. Everybody that we work with, they love data. And this is what we are trying to give them. The part is, I have a super active community that they love to help out, they love to reach out and scout for us, for example. The problem was that people were DMing the same projects at the same time. With this scout page, everybody that comes in, their Twitter gets logged in. Any project they save, it's going to be saved under their name. For example, I saved this project, my PFP shows up here, and I can update it. I can put everything about it here, the notes, all of that. Sites, these buttons go to the stuff they're doing, and the links we put for them, hyperlink with it. My shit go. Oh, there it is. So after the project is saved, this section, the normal users, scout users don't have access until the projects that they have been saving. We get to a point that the project wants to start a campaign with us. When they want to start the campaign comes here. They can see all the people in it, who's doing what's happening, how are they doing it, do they need devices, what tire are they on, what's the budget, and the part that I like is the sync button, because before my team had to go to links, check their views, likes, engagements, how their tweet is doing. Now we do it with one button. If the Twitter bearer token doesn't give me error again, it's when we press the sync, it will sync all the tweet links that we have here to show all the engagements. And when they're synced, we come to the analytics, and it will show live analytics of that campaign, and they can download it with the PDF. So that's the whole idea of this platform, how it's working.
This is super, super cool. I mean, I can't even believe how much you were able to build out. This is insane, dude.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't expect people to fully get it, why I built this, because it's such a niche market. And but my team, they're loving me every day because I made their job so much easier, like so much easier. So it has a real use case right now. It has investing suggestions. People are hitting me up to say invest in it. They want to come in as co-founder. So it's going on good. And it smells like it's. I see it this way. This is the kind of tool that is not meant for normal users. This is the kind of tool that big companies love to buy and add it to their arsenal to have this for their campaigns and manage their campaigns and see how they're doing. That was the first motto to build it.
Right, right. No, I think the business model is very clear. Like this clearly has a really nice value add to this sort of like niche thing, like you said. I mean, in our space, it's not very niche. I guess like generally, it is. Like if you're a normal person, you probably don't even know what the word KOL is. But unfortunately, we all know very well what the fuck KOLs are, and and we have to constantly be working this sort of game. So this is like a perfect way to play it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of. Go ahead.
I really love that you had this problem yourself, and like this is the whole
Mhm,
point of building, right?
mhm.
That you want to solve a problem that you have. Like you want to be the product that to solve the issues you do. And I think like that's so cool that you had this issue, so you made this you made this app. Now you're using it, so you're dog fooding your own app, and then on top of that, you have people like your team actually using it and giving you feedback. This is so
Exactly.
impressive.
Thank
This is
you.
impressive because I know from like the last you said like 2 months ago you hadn't been coding, so like to see you actually come this far, and I remember your first mini app, and I was proud of that too. Like
Oh no,
this
I
is
did
this is
this in 2
wild.
weeks. Sorry, I did this in 2 weeks. The last 2 months, I was just experimenting, creating games, creating
Yeah,
websites, creating different stuff to learn what the different models do, what are they good at, what are they bad at.
yeah,
I was
you're
learning
killing it,
here.
mate.
It takes
So
two
good.
months to be a 2-week success.
Yeah, it's you've done such a great job. This is so cool. Yeah, I remember the first DM.
You remember that?
Yeah,
Sorry, I cannot do this.
I mean, I was like, yeah, we got this. And you continued. To see this is so
Did you guys know each
awesome.
other before that, or did you just like cold DM? You're like, I need your help.
No, it's just on Discord. I'm always very
Oh,
active for any
Yeah.
listeners. I'm always very active in the mini kit Discord.
okay. Of
You
course.
know,
I'm
what
always
was
dropping
so
alpha.
interesting, Sohei, that I started the vibe coding journey rabbit hole 2-3 weeks before I saw your stream. I tried a lot. I put so much time on it. I couldn't get it. Like it wasn't going through. Every time errors. It wasn't going forward until I saw yours. I said, okay, this is it. I found it.
Oh, I love that.
So that was
Can
the
I ask, like,
breakthrough.
what was it? What do you think, like, that? What do you think that was presented like that was different? Do you think it was the
Face mini
tools or
kit. Face mini
yeah?
kit.
Oh, wow.
I was doing it without any mini kits. I didn't know anything. I was just like goofing around, hitting my head to the wall. But base
Yeah,
mini kit, that saved me.
Wow.
that's really cool. Is this a mini kit project as well?
Yes. Yes.
Incredible.
That's it.
I wanted to put it for base batch, but I said, nah,
Yeah.
I like others to come in.
So
I can
brilliant.
get my own base batches. Let others compete.
Well,
Because
you'll be
if you
careful
remember,
enough.
I came in with the Pilates, online Pilates mini app
Yeah,
for my girlfriend. She's still pushing me to do it. I want to do that one for her
I want to
because
see it too.
she's good. Yeah, she's good. I want her to be the first on-chain instructor on base for
Yeah,
Pilates.
let's fucking go. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I also think it's really smart of you to to like rely on like Minikit itself is just a Next.js project. So if you ran like npx create next, like it's the same except it has a few headers. It has some metadata like that is enables you to get like FIDs, contacts from Parcaster, all that sort of stuff, like out of the box. That's why I'm always saying like if you can build on the web, you're 90% there for Miniapps. And
Exactly.
I think it's just really cool that you're like you sort of think of it the same way I do. I'm probably just like very much mini app pilled at this point in time in my life. I just love the fact that you're like, yeah, this is a mini app. Yes, this is a
It
mini app
is.
because
It is a
it's
mini
baked
app.
in distribution. Why not?
It is a
Uh,
base mini app. It's not a normal mini
yeah.
app. And let me tell you
No.
something. I was vouching for mini app. I'm one of the only base active voices that I'm
Hmm.
active on other chains too. Because of my job at Ledger, I have to be active on Ton, on Solana, on Sui. So I'm
Hmm.
part of all these major high-profile projects all the time. The,
Hmm.
the the power of onboarding was unmatched when it comes to Ton blockchain because of their mini apps.
Yeah.
I was doing it. I was on when I wanted to onboard people, normies, to Telegram mini apps. My referral links went up to 15,000 people,
Oh my God.
18,000 people with one reel. One IG reel I put out,
Holy
I get
shit.
18,000 people signed up. When it comes to base, my numbers were dropping to 400. 18,000 to 400. I was like, Jesse, this wallet is hard. This is hard. Farcaster is hard. Farcaster is such a pain for normies to be onboarded to.
Yeah.
And now, with the new Coinbase wallet I'm testing, this is one level above Telegram. They don't have to connect wallet. They're inside. They have
Yeah.
Holy
social
shit.
feed. It's insane. It's the next level of onboarding. I'm just waiting for that wallet
I
to go
didn't think
live.
there was anyone more bullish on mini apps than me.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah. This is crazy. I feel like we like paid you. Like, I feel like we paid you to come on here to say all of these things. Like, like this is
I
like
didn't
the
mean to
most.
shame, man.
We're gonna have to clip this just to let Zoe use it.
Oh, no, I think it's so like I'm so stoked for you guys to for everyone to test out the new Coinbase wallet and stuff like that. But yeah, just the fact that everything's in built, it's in the social feed already, like distribution, all that sort of stuff. But like you're saying, like users are already there, and if you're onboarding new people, you're onboarding them into a wallet and into a social feed, like
Mhm,
with
mhm.
content already made.
It's
It's
beautiful. It's
yeah.
So
beautiful.
yeah, so to that point, actually, the very first session today, Sohei, was somebody who was building a trading bot on Solana.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as Solana came to Farcaster, the first thing they did was build it as a mini app. And then when I brought them on today, I was like, "Hey, like I love what you're building. It's super cool. You got to bring it to base." And he's like, "Actually, yeah, I was already thinking about that because I'm having so much trouble with the Solana RPCs. And if I switch it to base, I won't have any of those issues. So like I was already thinking about it, and I was like, okay, well, here's your incentive. Come back. I'll have you back on the live stream when you bring it to base, and we'll do a little launch." And he's like, "I love it. Like, let's do it." So it's like
That's
really easy.
awesome.
It's like really easy actually right now to base pill like Solana folks and people from other ecosystems in general. Not only just because of Miniapps, but literally because of Base's developer tooling, etc. The fact that Nabu's even shilling Minikit this hard is like it's impressive. Like this is Base is at a base is the place, of course, and now we're just in a state where I mean anything is possible.
I don't
Anything is possible.
I don't
True.
want to like pat myself on the back and stuff, but I can
I do.
tell I can tell you guys like the builder team, the DevRel team, like everyone in base is just working so hard to make it as easy as possible for everyone. Because
Mhm.
if we're gonna bring that billion users on, we're not gonna do it by ourselves, right? We're gonna work with the community, and we're gonna be um, building alongside with you, like
That's why we're
helping you
here.
guys, like yeah, just making sure that whatever we do is the best for everyone, and also that if you have feedback for Minikid, if you have feedback on mini apps or anything, always feel free to reach out, good or bad. That's the only way we're gonna learn. It's the only way we're gonna make better tooling, and it's the only way we're gonna get more Nabus. But
Can you fix my upload? I cannot upload my videos in the new Coinbase wallet. There's something wrong with my account. I
okay,
can't upload videos.
you have to DM me your handle and
I was just
DM me your handle.
joking. You said Nancy, I was joking. No, all
If
good.
anyone isn't aware, Base is for everyone. So everyone watching, we want you to know that Base is for you. Base is for your family, your friends, everyone you know. And if you don't feel that way yet, you will very soon.
True.
At least
True.
we'll try.
We're gonna make it happen. It takes a community. It's a really good point. Like we love the fact that you're willing to build alongside with us. You're here on Homebase. You're here with the community. Homebase is one bottom up initiative of many on base, and we've had so much support from you guys in so many different ways. And just the infrastructure alone would have been enough. But of course, like you being here and so many other people from base coming on and advocating for other builders to come on it's been amazing.
Yeah, we'll always do that. We're very grateful for like these spaces. It takes so much time and effort to go and curate and do this, to go and build as well, and to learn to put yourself out there and like build in public. It takes a lot. So I think like yeah, we will always continue to just support our builders, support our the community, like everyone's a builder. I think that's the one thing that AI has really taught us is that it doesn't matter like it doesn't matter necessarily everything that you know right now. It's how much do you want to know? That's what matters right now. How much do you want to learn? How much do you want to be good at this thing? Because the tools are right here.
Right.
And I
Right.
think like yeah, sorry, Luciana, you go.
No, I mean you're 100% right. Like the tools are here and people are starting to realize. So it's our job just to get these tools into the hands of the people that want to use them, and just showcase them. Like that's why I love bringing builders onto this live stream, and just showing them if they don't already know, what exists, and then giving them instant feedback and instant distribution for what they're working on.
Yeah, and also just one thing that I think a lot of builders maybe not be aware of, but if you're looking to launch on base, there is an actual website where it gives you like the launch playbook that was built internally and shared with the community. That if you're a new project or a new builder and you want to know how it's going, like how it works in the ecosystem, please like use that resource. It's there for everybody. Also give feedback for that resource if you think we're missing something. Yeah, this is how we do it. We open source our work and we try and work together as much as we can.
Open source everything.
We can't. Ledger can't be open source. We keep that
Oh
5%.
yeah,
That's
that's okay. Not everything
Like,
has to be open
yeah,
source.
yeah.
That's true. But
Open
like as
source
much
almost everything.
as long as we can make, maybe not open source is the right word, but at least making it accessible is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Let's make it accessible for everyone.
Mhm.
Um,
Hey,
with
now,
Luciana, do you mind if I jump? Oh, do you mind if I jump in and show the lovable template? Or
I
yeah,
would love to.
yeah.
I was actually going to ask Nabu real quick if he could create a new project. I just wanted to see the UI, but let's move on. Let's go
oh
on.
no no no, that's okay.
I know Nabu is going to come back on and on this live
Yeah,
stream
I'll be back. I'll
when
be
it's
back.
yeah
I'm
when it's
driving here.
yeah. Nabu, you let me know when you're ready to share a more full version and get people to use it, etc. Would love to have you back on to showcase more.
Definitely. I just wanted to thank you and say I have to pop off because of the next meeting. I
No problem.
vibed a lot. I definitely want to come back if you let me. And
Yes, of
Soy, you're
course.
such a mentor. You're such a mentor.
Uh,
You're my newest fab person. Just
no, please, I really am gonna turn this
Aw,
from.
so based, yeah, so
thank you
based. This is
so much for what you guys are doing. It means a lot for the community.
yes.
Like you are giving Lechai, you're giving us a platform to talk about what we're building, and so you are like equipping us with the tools to build it right. Thank you so much.
Well, it takes a
And
village, but
Morgan,
thank you
it was
so
a pleasure
much.
to meet you too, buddy. It was a great call. Thank you, everybody, and love to be here. Thanks. Keep safe.
Thank you,
Thank
Nabu.
you.
Talk to you soon.
Thank
I'm
you.
also gonna send you the recording. You seem like a guy who would be able to work with this recording and do whatever you want with it. So
Would
I'll
love
make
to.
sure
Would love
send it
to.
to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
of course. Yeah, of
Keep
course.
safe and talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, Nabu. Thanks for coming on.
Oh man, it's
Oh.
hard. It's hard to follow through.
That was I feel like I literally feel like he's a paid show at this point. Like we literally paid him to come on and just and say all these amazing things. It's
No, I think it's just his energy. No, his energy has always been this positive. Every time I've had an interaction with him, I love it.
thank you so much
He's the
for
best.
tagging. Appreciate it so much. Like I wouldn't have found him outside. I've been so busy on Farcaster. I haven't really been using Twitter much, and like I don't think Nabu's on Farcaster. So like to be able to have
Farcaster's a
someone.
Farcaster. I love Farcaster. It can be hard to break in. I am
Mhm.
obviously active on all socials because I have to be.
Yep.
I have to be wherever the builders are. And I mean, for me,
We
it's
love
good.
that.
I get to meet people and accounts as well. Like it's hard to break through on X. I feel like it's crazy to get traction
Mm.
on X and Farcaster sometimes. Um, so it's really cool to see that we're making connections and talking to new builders all the time. And I know you're a very connected person, so the fact that you're meeting new builders too, that's awesome.
It's and bringing them all together just to hop on live stream and to build live and to showcase what they're working on.
So I want to show you guys because I have
Now
to.
it's
I'm still in my work
now
day.
it's your turn, Mrs. Builder, to share what you've been working on.
Okay. Oh man, let's go. I'm gonna share my screen. All right. So
Your screen
um,
is now up. I'm gonna make it full so everyone can see what you're doing.
cool. So I've been building like just different tools. Not everybody like Nabu just showed like you can go from 0 to 100 really fast. And one of the tools that I've been using, or at least testing out, that I know a few vibe coders use is called Lovable. So it's a way for you to it's a ChatGPT interface with like a code editor next to it. So
Oh,
if you yeah, it's pretty cool. If you've used anything like V0, it's similar.
got it. Okay, got it. I was gonna say because I
And
haven't actually didn't hear about Lovable prior to you bringing it up, so I was curious. I was gonna ask you about that.
I find that really interesting. Lovable, I feel like I get tagged in something on Lovable or like I see Lovable projects all the time. We have such different algorithms. Mainly
Literally,
because like
literally.
Lovable I think is a European company and like
Ah, yes.
yeah,
B0
I
and
don't
Bolt
know.
are like
Yeah,
were
V0
yes.
V0 is also awesome.
Yeah,
I love them all.
I love
My
it so.
wallet, not so much, but I love them all. So
Great.
So I'm gonna show you guys. This is the prototype that I built, and I just want to go through like what are the things that make a mini app essentially. I'm gonna show my I'm just showing everything right now, which is okay. Go to my
Yeah, as long as it's not your
developers.
seed phrase.
No, I'll be right. All right.
I mean, if you want to share that privately, feel free.
Don't scare me on live stream. Caught on 4K. Okay. So this is like, so I'm gonna start from the start. Like when I show you this project, it's gonna look like a website. But there are a few things in this lovable project that make it a mini app. So for example, like you can open it here. One of the key things, I shared this as well, is like this button, so you can cast about this mini app, which will write a cast for me. Just got that one. I can save it, so then it's part of like my mini app selection. So if we hit save, I think it will be here. Oh, yeah, this is how many I have. There we go.
Legend.
Yeah, this is like atrocious. Like my mini app, all the apps that I've built, there's like a water bottle, all these weird things. Awesome. So these are all the things. These are the things that like when I show you, it's just going to look like a web app, but this is actually how it behaves. And a lot of the reason why it behaves is because of something called a manifest. So a manifest is associated to your account, and it's just some JSON that essentially I sign with my wallet, my Farcaster wallet, to say like this URL comes from me, and then that's how you get that by Sohi. So like that manifest itself tells it who it's made by, and then it also creates this little embed that you see. It also has this open mini app section. When you're creating your mini apps, this is such a good tool. Go through, double check that everything that you've created is correct. A manifest tool here, so you can see it all. So this is all to just show you guys like that this is definitely a mini app, even though it doesn't really look like it. And one of the interesting things is like this could be your mini app, and then technically, if I open it up again, it should say, yeah, this could be your mini app, and then it has my name. So you know exactly that because it's in the Farcaster context, I'm able to take the user's username. So Luciano, when you opened it, it would have
Right.
said this could be your mini app, Luciano.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
When I first opened it, when in the cast, I was like, "Oh shit! Like this really could be my mini app."
Oh damn, she's got me.
I was like, "Oh, she really did that shit." Okay. I was like, "Let's have her on the live stream." And
did she steal this from me?
yeah, no, I'm like, wait, I thought this was my mini app.
So the way that this is all working is, I will show you the code, but I'll go. This is all the boring stuff. I'll show you guys how you can use this template really fast and change it.
Yeah.
Here you can see I have a folder called .wellknown. This has that farcaster.json. So everything that you see here is exactly what I show you guys here. Like when we look at the manifest, we always want to have like we want this to be always green, to always update and things like that. And then what I want to do, so if we're back here, so this is like now associated with me. And then I go to my index.html. You can see like in my meta here, I would obviously, if this was Luciano's, maybe he wants to change all of this, he would literally just change this. That's it. So if you were to change what I'm like pointing with my finger, like, wait, if you were to just change, you would have just changed like this content here in index.html, your farcaster.json, because it has to be associated with you signing a manifest, etc., etc. Like technically, this is all yours now. They're the only two things that have to change in order for this to be yours.
And now
then
the idea is like you already have an existing website that you want to turn into a mini app, correct?
Well, the idea is it's not necessarily like a website, right? Like I made this in Lovable, like this page. And I'm gonna show you guys like right now how easy it is for me to change this. So what I did was everybody, like when you hit like remix this app, it will open up. It won't for me, but for you guys, it will open up this project and it will have like a little button on the side that actually says remix app. for me, I have to go to my settings, and then I would be able to click remix. So I've already done it here. And what I want to do is, this is how cool Lovable is. So like, why don't we make a game really fast? I'm thinking of, I'm trying to think, what if we made, what's something fun? Like Minesweeper, right? And Minesweeper, or what's another like really silly quick game?
What if you do like one of those games, like a Mario style game where you're just like running to the right and you're like jumping or ducking? Nothing
Maybe a
too
little,
complicated.
yeah. I mean, we could try. Why not? But I think the part is like we won't have the sprites. What if we just did? Um, why don't
Let's
we just do like a Tetris style game? I think that's
or
easy.
even like a snake game.
Yeah. Also,
Let's do let's do
um, Snake. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna open my code. I know this code base. I've been
Sorry
playing
snake.
with it. Yeah. Sorry, Snake. No, I don't want to associate myself with that snake.
Yeah,
I'm
come
not
on.
like that at all. No. Okay. So what I'm
It's your
gonna
pet.
do is I'm going to. There are a few things that I know. Like for example, whenever I want to create something new, I just created. I think about it like step by step. So that also helps like your model understand if I want like it's good to like have an understanding of what you want it in the end. You need to like think about your AI, like your AI agent that you're working with, as like this incredibly intelligent, gifted new employee. But that new employee, like they only know so much unless you give unless you give them context. You would never go to like a new employee or a new friend, hey, like do this thing for me that you know about because you know the history, you know everything. Like write me this book about what I did yesterday. They'd look at you like really weird, right? But AI doesn't necessarily look at you really weird. Sometimes it will return a question and be like, I need more context. But most of the time it's going to make it up. And that's what you see like when you have hallucinations, because it's so eager to please. It's so eager to make you happy, you the user. So when you do when you use these tools, like make sure that you have an understanding of what you want. You have to guide it. It's incredibly intelligent, but you do have to guide. I will say that. So
Right.
let's just start off with, I would, oops, I don't like yelling at my AI. I would like to make
I
the
don't either, but
following,
apparently it does prompt it much better. So
by yelling at it?
well, yeah, so the theory is that if you're too nice to it, then you're far less likely to like end your subscription. And if you're getting like rather angry with your AI, then it will register that like you're probably gonna go like end the subscription and go try a different AI. So that's like what we've been theorizing because it definitely does
Is
work
that
to
what you, like when you yell? Is
Can I
this,
weigh in
is
on
this
that?
the theory because this
Am
has
I
happened to you?
Yes. So actually, well, at first, because I was super nice to my AI always until one of my friends was like, "Yo, you got to be mean to it," and then I tried it, and
No,
it worked, and
I
I
do
was like,
not condone this.
and it was, well, I didn't either, and then I realized that they probably actually did program like some sort of algorithm to like recognize like, hey, like give this person more rates if like they're getting angry with it because they're more likely to end their subscription. So there is a financial incentive at the end of the day. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's true, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I'm
Push
gonna
back.
look into that. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean
Okay,
it's
so
definitely something that should be met with healthy skepticism.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I probably should do this. I would like to create the following game. I'd like to create a snake game that is using HTML5 canvas and can be used on mobile. So the user should see their score as they play. 3, if they hit a wall, the user should see a game over screen. Make this own component and add it to the index.tsx file. Okay. Awesome. So I'm theorizing here that I've given it pretty clear directions. I've asked it for a HTML5 canvas game. The reason why I'm using HTML5 canvas is because it's web browser based, and it just makes it a little bit easier to do. So then it's now writing the component itself. The reason why I sort of break things down into its own component, it may put the leaderboard and all this sort of stuff in the same component. I don't really love that. What I would do is I would say, okay, like make the make it a game over component that is rendered. So like make a game over component separately, make the score component separately, etc., etc. That makes it a bit easier when we have bugs to like know where the bugs came from.
Got it. Got it.
Okay. Awesome. So let's see. Let's start playing the game. Okay. I mean, it's moving my browser, which is a bit annoying, but it works, right? We can see that. Let's
It does
click game
indeed. It
over.
does work. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh my
So-
gosh. Incredible.
So
That's
then,
actually crazy how
That's
fast.
super fun.
and so then we're gonna go into the index.tsx. I could have asked it to remove this for me, but I just wanted to see. So I'm gonna
Wait,
remove
this thing manages your repository too. This is so cool.
Yeah, actually it does. Well, it doesn't manage your repository yet. So if I hit sync my project to GitHub, it will. It will just connect to my GitHub.
Huh.
And then if I want to, yeah, as you can see right there, I won't do it for this one. But I can if people request it after, but it just takes a little while sometimes. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to save. So now we're just going to see our snake game. Here's our snake game section. There are a few things that we saw at the start, right? There was like the share button, like cast about this mini app and save mini app. So what I want to do is I'm going to, because when I hit this cast about this mini app, it's not going to work obviously in my browser, but here I can see what it does. So this was written by Sohi, built with Minikit. I can discard that. So what I want to do now is that cast about this mini app section, we're going to change the content of that cast that's created. We're going to have that final score. Fingers crossed this works.
Yes, I believe.
So let's go to the coding session. How does it know all this stuff? Well, because it's a template I've made for you guys, there is a component in here called sharebutton.tsx, and it's just using the Farcaster Frames SDK. It's using Minikit, of course, big Minikit shill right here. And it's just using Farcaster Frames actions. So you know that this is going to work in the new Coinbase wallet as well. And you can see that this is like hard coded here, but you can see that there's a dynamic output right here, because this will actually change to the Farcaster user's display name. So let's fucking go, right? Let's see. When the user has game over, we want to pass their score into the share button component along with, yeah, share button component. Not remove, well, I wonder if it will remove it. The message should keep the name and show the score and say try again next time with a snake emoji. All right, so I'm gonna submit this through. Let's see what we get.
Let's see.
A bit nervous.
Don't be. We're all here for you.
I'll just cry silently.
Hey, we can cry together.
Crying on live stream. Do you remember when that was a thing? Wasn't it like a Taylor Swift album launch?
Yeah, exactly. We might be able to garner more attention with that, you know.
We should have made a Taylor Swift mini app. Damn it.
Damn it. Then we could cry together and go viral.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Added a share button to the game screen that includes the player score. Try again. Okay, so that's not what. Let's see. This is the code that it's written for me. Start game, play again.
This is so cool, by the way. Super simple.
I know. That's why I don't mean to be a lovable shield today, but like I kind of feel like I am. Okay, so it's created game over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I really
great.
I
So
need to
it's
try it a little
actually
more. How far does the free version of Lovable get you?
I think it's like 20 prompts.
Oh, not bad. Good start. Good start to
Yeah,
start
it's
trying
a
it out.
honestly it's a pretty good start.
Yeah, first one
I
is
got
easy.
pretty far on the I got really far when I was building the mini kit one. It was I was just
That's
more like building my own stuff and trying to get it working. But then when I try to put myself in my user's shoes.
Yep.
So I'm trying to see it from someone's perspective who's never coded before, who just wants to get things done. I know how fun it is, like showing that, like to get it done. So it's that's sort of like if I've tested it out and I feel like I can get enough, I feel like that's a good time for me to share with people. Okay, great. So we can share score. Awesome.
Yes.
So what I want to do is I'm going to change, well, we can leave it as live stream. I'm going to hit publish. Because there are a few things more that we want to test, right? We want to test that this is going to work in Farcaster and actually see that this mini app works correctly. So insert like waiting music while it publishes. Awesome. So far, so good. Let's like test this out. It's okay. There are a few bugs, but okay, that's cool. Now, let's go and go to my developer tools. I'm going to go to my manifest tool and I'm going to see like, how is my manifest going? I already have a manifest here, but it's associated with a different URL because
Got it.
remember, that's what I was telling you guys
Right.
before. Super important that I associate this manifest with my own thing. So everything looks pretty
And
good.
it changes the name. You can like it changes the name and everything of the mini app.
Well, I'll show you in a second
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting ahead
what
of
that
myself
looks like. Yeah, yeah.
now.
So if I look at my manifest tool, I'm just trying to see. Oh, yeah, I should have taken that off. Does not have a manifest set up. Okay, so if
Yeah, because
I get that error,
I was gonna try and test out your build with Homebase.love, but and like some functionality there, but like of course the cracked Homebase team already has a mini app and everything out. So I'm trying to think of
you
exactly how I
need
want
me.
to use.
You
Yeah,
guys don't need me. You're just killing it.
they are incredible. I mean, we're we are assembling the super team of base to say the least.
Yeah, I think so as well. Okay. Okay, great. So we definitely do have farcasa.json, which is good. That's important for us to know. And then what I want to do is I'm going to update it so it actually looks like it has my name. So in my .well known, oh, this happens sometimes. If you ever see like sometimes your files go quote unquote missing, it's not great, but definitely refresh. It can happen. It's just a known bug in the tool. I'm going to call this Homebase Snake.
Yes. I do like Solid Snake better, but you know.
And then I'm going to give a primary category of game. It's super important that when we make our mini apps, always add a category and tag. I'm going to just add game as well. So these aren't the correct like URL thing, like for your images, but for today, just because it can take a little while sometimes with Lovable with images, I'm just going to leave them as is. And the other thing that I'm going to show you guys as well is that, oh, it went away.
I might be a sucker for alliteration, but it is cool that Homebase now has a snake game.
Okay, so then we got to go to our index.html, open Miniapp, Lovable app, image URL, next, launch. Okay, I'm just double checking that everything is correct because I want to publish again. One thing I could probably, what I should do is actually take the account association off, and I just realized that. That's okay. Live and learn. It takes a little while sometimes. This is going to be a bit annoying. So I'm just going to take this out. There we go. It's very, very long. And save. So the reason why I took that out is because when you guys use this for your own, you're going to have to associate it with your own. You don't want to, you're not going to be able to sign as me. You're going to have to sign for yourself. And then I go to my publish button. I think I've already updated, but just double check. And then if I just refresh here. This is also just a hack. If you ever have like any issues with your farcasa.json, just go to the actual URL because it's in a public URL, right? So you can actually just go to .wellknown/farcasa.json, and then you can see yourself like, oh, it's not updated yet, or I can see like there's a trailing comma or something like that. It always helps you sort of debug. Sometimes it can take a little while as well to update, as you can see. Great. I'm going to refresh. Manifest is not valid. Makes sense because I would like to. Well, first I just want to preview. Does it work? Yes, it does. And then if I, oh, that's really cool. It actually made little controls for me. If I share my score, you can see there as well. So this is all sort of working right now as the URL. If I go to my embed tool, launch frame. Sometimes it can take a little while for the manifest tool to work, which is a bit frustrating. Okay, that's cool. So let's see. Oh, expected games. So there you go. I did it wrong myself. I will update primary category to games and then launch again. But as you can see, like as I'm doing this, I don't think like I've been going for very long, and we've got a game.
Incredible. No, I mean, it hasn't been more than 20 minutes. Not even.
So let's go. Where did I put? Primary category has to be games. Hit save. I'm gonna have to hit publish. But that's how I use like these tools as well to help me like realize like what's going on, like why can't I see it? Also, just give tools a bit of time. Sometimes they do take a little bit longer for these things to work. But yeah, you can see like as long as all of these things are correct, if you wanted to change this, I'll show you guys now as well, like this splash image URL, all that sort of stuff. I did this one earlier for like Space Invaders, but I literally just go into ChatGPT and we can just do this. Create an image, snake game, with a blue background that says Homebase snake, and also an icon image. Here I've given it the exact dimensions, and we can go. This will just create this multitasking as you normally do. Let's double check to see if our thing is working. So dot well known, fuckhouse.json. Double check. Does it say games? Yes. Okay, great. So let's go back to our dev tools and refresh it. Well, not refresh. I should be saying refetch. But yeah. So if I go back to my preview tool, actually, if I go back to my embed tool, that helped me before. Oh, well, wrong URL. That would be helpful, right? I was like, hey, I've seen this before. Great, so it's not associated with my account. Everything looks good. I want to go to the manifest tool. It may take a little while for this to update, but essentially what would happen, and I hope it does happen soon, is that you would get like a button that will say, like, sign this app to you, which is what I'm sort of hoping to see. But it's a bit frustrating right now that it's not showing me. Okay, cool. It just took a little while. I want to claim ownership of this. So I am going to just do this on my side. One second. Well, I will, just for everyone to know, I will delete this app after, just because obviously I've had the QR code open. Great. I'm going to copy this code, and then we're going to go back to Lovable. Actually, I already have the account association section, so I'm just going to take, ooh, that was not very helpful, was it? I'm just going to take this part and then close. Let's go to Lovable. I'm going to go to here. Yep, the tool itself can be a little buggy, but honestly, like, the output it does isn't that buggy. That's the truth. The other part, it can be a little annoying, but if you've never coded before, and like, I definitely recommend it because it's really good to get as far as you want to with it. So the only thing that I did wrong there was I accidentally copied the comments there, so I'll take that out. I'm going to paste it into signature, and then this payload hash, I'm going to take this out as well. There we go. Let's go back. I'm going to paste it in here. And then my header, last but not least, my header, I'm going to take this out here, paste it in here. Yep, everything looks pretty hunky-dory. We're going to hit save. And then we're going to have an awkward silence when I hit publish. I think another thing that I'll talk to you guys about while that is working, actually, I forgot. This is why I don't cook, guys, because I forget that I have things in the oven, just like this Homebase snake game. How cool is this?
Oh, that is so cool. Oh my god. This is amazing.
So I think I actually think within about 4 prompts among 2 different tools. One for, I think, 2 prompts in Livable and 1 prompt for image. You have a whole mini app made now. I can download this now. That's kind of wild, right? I'm
It's
going
insane.
to.
It's literally insane. I can't even believe it.
Awesome. That looks like it's updated now. So let's go to the DevTools again. And we're going to refresh. Might take a little while. Be a little patient with the manifest tools. I know it can be frustrating sometimes, but they do work. It's just a bit, it can take a little while to like refresh it as much. Okay. This is all mine. I know for a fact this works. And one way I always test it is sometimes I just go here and see like what will load. If it will load as my embed. If I open it. No, that's still opening the old one, which is a bit strange. My example.miniapp. Okay. My preview tool. Yes, confirm. Okay, so there's our game. A bit buggy. We have like obviously want to fix the stuff. There we go. My manifest is invalid. The domain doesn't match. That's okay. I can go and double check where that's gone wrong. Let's see. Yes. Okay, you can see here that I made a silly mistake and I forgot to update my domain in my podcaster.json. So I'm just going to go and take that. It's good to see like all the debugging.
Oh yeah, no, this is really useful. Honestly,
It'd
it's
be really
actually better
cool.
this way instead of one-shotting. Like, it's actually really good.
Like the fact that that just happened probably just saved people. Oh, if you're going to try your first one and you just saw that happen, that probably just saved you like 3 days of losing your mind.
Yeah,
I mean, never
literally.
ever wait 3 days to like reach out, please, if you're losing your mind. But yeah, I mean, it's happened to me like a few times, like where I've gone, that's so strange. Like I definitely have it correct. Like what's going wrong? And I've maybe been moving a little bit too fast. That happens to me sometimes. And I just need to take a bit of a step back and double check that everything works. I want to check here. So the URLs obviously have to match what we just signed, or else it doesn't make sense. Yep. So up here as well. Okay, this is all saving. When we hit publish, third or 15th time is a charm. There is like, we're definitely working on some tools to make this part a little easier. Like this will continuously get better. Like Minikit, I think Minikit has been around almost 2 months now, and the team is working so hard to just continuously make it better, leaps and bounds. So
Now, now you have to play the game and get a high score and share it with the forecaster community.
that's definitely not going to happen. But
Well, it was worth a shot.
okay, so I actually just want to double check. Like while that is going to take a little while, if we just refresh here, hit pretty print to make it a little bit more legible, I can double check. Yep. Nope. So let's still Miniapp. Where is my URL? Home URL. There we go. That's correct. That one is right. So fingers crossed now. If I refresh, if I look at my embeds, yes, you can see that this is associated with my account, and that's it. We have a live mini app, a live mini snake app. So if I hit start game and obviously lose, I can hit share, and I can also share this URL. And there we go. That's it, guys. I haven't written any code myself. And we have a snake game mini app. Oh, this is like taking me to the wrong one, but I will fix that one up. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Yeah, that's it. That's how you do it.
Oh my
Do you guys have
gosh,
any questions?
you did it. That was incredible. I feel like you answered most of my questions throughout that process. This was so amazing. Oh my
Oh,
god.
thank you so much for having me. I've got to get
Yes.
back to work.
Yeah, of course. I mean, thankfully, this is also considered work, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Um,
weird. I can't believe it. I get to do this. This is so fun.
uh,
But yeah,
so
thank you
lucky.
so
We're
much.
so lucky, so privileged, to be honest.
Yeah, I am. I really am. And I'm
We
super
all are.
grateful for all of the builders, of course, as always. If you want to try out the mini app, I've casted about it. The remix link is there as well. I've also tweeted about it. Luciana, you have the link as well, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to your Twitter right now, and I'm gonna post the link from Twitter here, so people can go follow you, and so they can go check it out.
But yeah, Homebase has now its own snake game. A bit later today, I'll update the images and the embeds and stuff, and you guys can have it, play with it, whatever you want.
Make sure you share it to Farcaster as well.
Of course. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day, wherever or evening, wherever you are.
All over the world. That is for us for sure.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you so much.
I appreciate being here.
Thank you again.
It's that hour for me too, friend. Thank you again for having me. Time for me to dive into some code.
Of course, of course. Thank you again for joining. I once again would love to have you back. Let's plan for you to come back next week if you're
Yeah, I'd
interested.
love to. I have a better setup. I just was unfamiliar with the platform. That's so the mic
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
be present.
Yeah, we keep this as impromptu, as flexible as possible. So now you kind of know the vibes. We can come back. We can iterate. We can build here. We can do whatever you want.
Sounds good, man. Love it.
All right. Peace out, yo.
Later.
Thank you, everyone who joined us for the stream today. This was absolutely incredible. You all are amazing. Welcome home and welcome to base. We will see you here. I guess we'll see you here within the next 2 days. We should be back with live streams Friday at the latest. So have a good night.